Can you hear me? I hear you. Do you see me? I see you. Ty Smith on YouTube. About to drop these truth bombs on all of you. Let's go. Hello. Goodbye. Can you guys hear me? Hello. Goodbye. Give me a sign if you can hear me. Leave a thumb sign. Leave a waving sign. Show me something that you can see me and I see I. Do you guys hear me? Yes or no? I do not know. Respond with the yes or something to let me know that you can hear me. Music is bumping. A few people in here. Thank you so much, Jay Jakobowski. Said he can hear me. Countdown. Thank you, little cheeky face. What if someone says no? Cool beans. Here we go. J.M. Cruz says the audio is fine as Ty Smith busts these out his mouth and he's just busting these rhymes. And Lady Simone says yes, she can hear me loud and clear. Thank you so much, my fair lady dear. Jay says NP, I do not know what that means. Congrats on 300K. That's what I'm talking about, G. What's going on, folks? How you guys all doing out there? Hope you guys are all doing well, all that great stuff. Welcome to my channel. Yes, I know it's rare that I go live at such a time like this, but I appreciate you guys all being here. Appreciate y'all having fun with y'all a little bit with the music and all that stuff they're playing. Just want to let y'all all know, thank y'all so much to all the people that are out there. Listen to me right now. We hit 300,000 subs. Yes, we did. Not me. And it's because of you guys, you out there telling people about my channel, you spreading the news about my channel, you telling other people through your phone contacts like y'all did about this channel. And now we are at 300K. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, with that being said, do I care about numbers? No, I care about people actually just getting the truth and spreading it out and actually just telling people about these videos, whether people subscribe or not. But still, that is an awesome accomplishment to reach 300,000. So I appreciate all of you, to you guys out there that are listening right now, the ones who share the videos, for you guys that like the videos, for you guys that constantly keep coming back and hearing me rant about stuff, to you guys watching different things on my channel when it comes to me doing things on cars, to the comedy stuff, we used to talk late night all the time, and then I became director and that stuff had to be cut down. But all the different things that I do on this channel and all the different videos that you guys have all watched. First of all, if you watch videos of mine, besides videos like this, my political commentating, my ministry, my comedy videos, if you watch all those other videos I do on my channel, really, really, really appreciate you doing that. And I know there's other things that I do on my channel that some of you guys don't know about, because different types of videos that I put out, I can tell by the number of videos that I put out that YouTube is not telling everybody about it. Jay Junglis with the $2 super chat. Really appreciate that, sir. And God bless you, says, congratulations. Really, really appreciate that. All you guys, for all the congratulations that you're putting out there. The Mr. Kristen says, congratulations, great channel, great host, great community. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Cough Hiccup says 300K. Woohoo. Appreciate that, Cough Hiccup. Skeeter Girl with the claps right there. That's an interesting name. Again, I know every time I read it's funny. But appreciate you guys all being here. Appreciate the support. I'm going to probably say that again and again throughout this channel. But anyway, with that being said, y'all ready to get into this? You guys are ready to get into this because people have completely seemed to have like lost their minds over Kanye coming out and saying what he said. Now, I know I did a video on Kanye West talking about wearing the shirt, Kanye West wearing the shirt of White Lives Matter. I know I did that, right? Now, with that being said, he came out and explained why he did it. Okay. He came out and explained why he did it. Now, what I ended up getting is a lot of some of you subscribers, and I appreciate y'all who have emailed me, sent me different links of different celebrities saying things about Kanye West, and I didn't even get to hear what he said. So let me take y'all somewhere before I get into this video that I'm going to show you guys. When Kanye West wore the White Lives Matter shirt, I gave my little bit of piece on, him wearing the shirt and how him and Candace Owens did it, how it broke the internet. I said, now I would like to know why Kanye West wore the shirt, right? And so anyway, I guess Kanye West did an interview with Tucker Carlson, and it's another thing that came out and seemed to have set the internet on fire, broke the internet, right? So without further ado, I'm getting ready to play the little clip that someone sent me. Actually, Fox News sent me the clip themselves with Tucker Carlson and Kanye West, but he calls himself Ye. So y'all ready to get into it? Here we go, folks. Let's get ready to hear this.
It was interesting. A friend of mine told me that Chris and Kim had called him because he had influence inside of the black community and had called him to say, to get him to influence people to take the vaccination. Mm-hmm. And I don't have an opinion on that. I just want to state that as a flat statement. But it was wild that I didn't know how close my own wife was to the Clintons. I didn't know, I didn't realize it at the time.
That you were married to her?
And I was married to her.
How close was she to the Clintons?
I mean, cell phone away, or hey, tell Ye to say this away, or hey, go out and use your platform to push the vaccination away. I mean, not away, but take the away part, but
Do you feel like at times?
Okay, did y'all hear that first part right there? Did y'all hear that first part? Kanye West said that he didn't know that his wife was that close to her, right? And then he turned around and also said that I guess Hillary Clinton them was telling Kim Kardashian to use her platform to push the vaccination. Isn't that amazing? I know y'all not shocked by that. We shouldn't be shocked by that. But anyway, we're going to get back into this.
You were manipulated by political forces through your wife? At times you were manipulated.
Go out and use your platform to push the vaccination away. I mean, not away, but take the away part, but
Do you feel like at times you were manipulated by political forces through your wife?
Manipulation. But yes, there was some manipulation. Me not saying I like Trump was a form of a manipulation.
For sure.
Yeah.
Why did you like him, by the way? You said you liked him early, you saw him.
I mean, I keep telling this joke. If people say Trump was the first black president, I'm gonna be the first Latino president, because all the values, the conservative values just line up. Come on, man, Trump's the what do you mean? He has his own buildings. What are you talking about? He's like Ralph Lauren. Yeah. He made Ivanka.
You like Ivanka?
Yeah.
You wrote a post on Instagram about her husband today.
Yeah, I had a dinner with Ivanka, Jared, and Josh. And a couple days later, I found out that Josh Kushner had 10% of Skims, which is a line that I had developed with Kim. And I had a lot of issues with the imagery of Skims. I felt like there's a lot of imagery that was overly sexualized and things that I wouldn't want to see my wife and definitely not my daughters doing in the future in order to sell product.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what's wrong with that. Now, I know some people look at this and say, you know, look who he got with. He got with Kim Kardashian. And now, when he gets with Kim Kardashian, he don't want her pretty much exploiting her body, which I don't look. I'm just being honest. That's one thing that I would look at Kanye and say, brother, you knew exactly what I would hope that you knew exactly what you were getting yourself into. When he got with Kim Kardashian, everybody knew there was a sex tape out with Kim Kardashian and Ray J. You know what I mean? Before he got with Kim Kardashian was already showing her booty. Well, it's not hers. Some of it is, but not all of it, but some of it is. But anyway, showing her booty, showing her body and all that. And then when he gets with her, all of a sudden, he wanted her to stop that, So what am I saying here? There's a lot of people that are celebrities that get into marriages. And although I think that his intentions were good, they absolutely fell on deaf ears because she was already molded and already made into whatever she is right now, and Hollywood made her. So I understand that as a husband, now she became his. It's like, I don't want everybody seeing my cakes no more, babe. And she's like, well, I've been doing this all this time. And, and he said, also, I just wanted it because when he got with Kim Kardashian, he was wanting it to be like a family thing to where like now we're family, we have kids. Now we don't want that being pushed out there, but she didn't want to stop doing that though. So to me, he knew what he was getting himself into before all this came about. Kim Kardashian was already showing her body and everything like that. All right. So anyway, let me go ahead and continue on with this.
But it reaches another level when it's like, okay, well, this is what my wife is doing, and this is what she's doing for our children. But it reaches another level when her business partners are selling pieces of company that they don't have to because the company's already so successful and it's an internet-based company. So it's like they're really just selling off the company in order to create more relationships for themselves that are unneeded. It's like when I went to the Gap and with our release, they just they shoveled it out. I'm very cautious with my words. I'm really big on being able to have an adult conversation in front of the children. So I don't use explicit language in interviews especially. So I found out after this dinner that Josh Kushner had 10% of Skims, and
Wait, I got to mess with him on this. I got to mess with him a little bit. He said he don't use explicit language, especially in interviews, but then like about 2 minutes ago, he just got done cussing. Anyway, I had to throw that in there just to mess with. Oh boy, hold on. Let me get back to where we were.
It's a company that they don't have to because the company's already so successful in front of the children. So I don't use explicit language in interviews especially. So I found out after this dinner that Josh Kushner had 10% of Skims and I had 5% of Skims. And regardless if, Josh Kushner figured out how to put $150 million, I'm sure it wasn't out of his own account, but $150 million, and I'm sure Jared still has a piece of that fund. Regardless of them putting that money in, for me to have been an owner in it and not known, just from a place as a creative where Skims is so based on a lot of the Yeezy ideas, then it's based on all of the relationships in fashion, because I had to use my relationships in fashion in order to establish Kim in a way where fashionable people would say, hey, I'm down to wear Kim's line. And these VCs, they come in and they get a piece of it after the fact, and they run around and say they have ownership in it. So as I put on my Instagram, which, luckily for everyone, they could just write it off that, I'm crazy until they see my disposition in this interview, and then it's gonna get scary. They, I said, hey, Josh, what if I had 10% of Carly Kloss's lingerie, shapewear, swimsuit line, and you have 5% of it, and you didn't know?
And welcome to Tucker Carlson tonight.
Woo.
Kanye West, now known as Ye, is one of the.
It's a photograph of a baby's ultrasound.
Okay, check this out. This is where it's going to get kind of.
That was not our conclusion. In fact, we've rarely heard a man speak so honestly and so movingly about what he believes. But again, you can judge for yourself. Here it is. So you just came from Paris Fashion Week. You just landed, and you have a lanyard still on from it, and there's a photograph on it. What is that?
It's a photograph of a baby's ultrasound.
Why is that? And that you designed that?
Yes.
Why? What does that mean?
It just represents life. I'm pro-life.
Boy, so you wear it on a badge. What kind of response do you get? And good, amen, I agree.
I don't care about people's responses. I care about the fact that there's more black babies being aborted than born in New York City at this point. That 50% of.
Let me jump in here and interject here a little bit. When Kanye West just made that statement right there, when he said, I don't care about people's responses, ladies and gentlemen, y'all going to hear me say this again probably later on tonight. When you do something like that, you absolutely 100% are very, very, very comfortable in yourself. You actually can become a threat to either side. When I'm talking about side, I don't care what side you claim to be on, whether it's Democrat, Republican, whatever it may be. When you get to a point to where you say things like that, I don't care about people's responses. Trust me when I tell you, folks, you become like a huge threat because they have nothing on you then. Absolutely nothing on you. They can try to call you all kinds of things, but when you don't care, it look, okay, let me try to explain it like this. If you are like a person who is like the most dangerous people in the world when it comes to like harming people are terrorists, especially the ones that actually are bombers, the ones who strap themselves with bombs, because there is no talking to them, there's no negotiating with them. They do not care. They are set on their goal, and even though they know it's going to kill them, the point is, once their mind is set like that, there is nothing you can do to get them from keep them from doing that, from keeping them from carrying out their goal, except you kill them. So anyway, I just want to throw that in there real quick and go ahead and get back into this right here. All right. Dang it keeps on jumping back. Hold on, give me a second.
He's a mental patient.
This need to express myself on another level. When Trump was running for office and I liked him,
yes.
And every single person in Hollywood, from my ex-wife to my mother-in-law to my manager at that time to, you know, my so-called friends / handlers around me, told me, like, if I said that I like Trump, that my career would be over. That.
Ladies and gentlemen, did y'all just hear that? If he said that he liked Trump, his career would be over. If he said that he liked Trump, his career would be over. What? And this is what I'm talking about right here. This man can like anybody that he wants to. He can dislike anybody that he wants to. But you telling me these special nutcases in Hollywood will tell this man if he said he liked Trump out loud? Anyway, this is what I'm talking about. Absolutely ridiculous, folks.
It's a photograph of a baby's ultrasound.
Why is that? And that you designed that?
Yes.
Why? What does that mean?
It just represents life. I'm pro-life.
Boy, so you wear it on a badge. What kind of response do you get? And good, amen, I agree.
I don't care about people's responses. I care about the fact that there's more black babies being aborted than born in New York City.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, with him making that statement right there, tell me what was wrong with that? What was wrong with that? When you hear things like that, don't you would see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people out here don't even understand that when Kanye or when Ye is saying things like he's saying right now, he is showing that he is very much pro-black. Do you understand me? Some of you folks out there, if you're in here and you're trolling, or you're in here, you want to be controversial, you really need to understand this. When Kanye West saying he cares about babies, and he specifically stated black babies. See, here's the thing. This what y'all don't like to do. The man wore a shirt, a sweater, a hoodie, whatever you want to call it, that said white lives matter. Everybody want to go crazy. Candace Owens wearing it. Everybody want to go crazy. There was somebody that did this before Kanye West did, by the way, too. There was a man and his white wife and their mixed baby. The black man had on a shirt that says white lives matter. The wife had on a white t-shirt that said black lives matter. And I think their little baby had on a shirt that said all lives matter. They're not the Kanye West, they're not the first to do it. It only broke the internet because two very influential people, Kanye West and Candace Owens, wore the shirt. Just like if I was to go out to a main public event and wear the shirt, people would lose their minds too, which I don't care. That's the thing. I do not care. And when you're in a position like that, people want you to feel like that what they say to you actually means something to you. And when it doesn't, then they get super pissed off as if I'm supposed to care. I don't know why Tyler wearing that shirt, white lives matter. Shoot, I don't shoot. That's why here. Do you really think I care about what you're saying about me? Do you really think I care about what you're saying about me? Like, I don't even know you. I don't know where you live. I don't know what food you don't know me. You don't know my birthday. You don't know what foods I like. You don't know what my favorite fruit is, but I'm supposed to care about what you think about me. You see what I'm saying? This is what I want people to get at. Why are you making comments towards me or to me as if what you're going to say to me matters to me? It's not going to matter. I don't care if you're a white person, a black person, Latino, Asian, if you are Samoan, Russian. I don't care who you are. I know who I am and within myself. I know, as in Ty Smith, I have my own brain. I think how I want to. I don't think like Kanye West do, right? But at the same time, if Kanye West came to me and said, you know what, Ty, some of the things you say, man, I don't care about some of the stuff you say. Okay, fine, Kanye West, I can care less. What is that supposed to mean to me? You see what I'm saying? This is how we have to be. That's called being an individual, ladies and gentlemen. It's called being an individual. All right, let me go ahead and play some more of this for y'all.
At this point, that 50% of black death in America is abortion. So
50% of black death is abortion. So with Kanye West wearing a shirt that said white lives matter, ladies and gentlemen, when he just stated what he cared about, don't forget to hit that like button too. And don't forget to click the bell notification and set it to all if you have not yet. Don't forget to subscribe, all right? Check this out. If this man just got done saying he cares about these babies, why isn't Black Lives Matter? Yes, because they care about black people. No, we know they don't. But anyway, NAACP, Al Sharpton, why isn't anyone reading between the words of what Kanye West just said? He just told you what he cared about. That makes Kanye West pro-black. He's not just pro-life, he's pro-black. He don't want 50% of black babies being aborted, which would make the man pro-black. But some of you dumb folks out there, be it white or black this time, I'm hitting everybody. White, black, whatever you may be. If you are about somebody destroying their offspring, that does not, of course, we know you're not you're pro-choice. What they need, no, this one I don't get. We'll say things like the opposite of salt is pepper. The opposite of sweet is salt. I mean, it's the opposite of sweet is sour or something. You know what I'm saying? We got all these contrasts. Opposite of black is white. How come we'll call it pro-life? Oh, but we want to call it pro-choice. No, call it pro-death. You see what I'm saying? Have y'all even thought about that? We will call it pro-life. They'll say, are you pro-life or are you pro-choice? No, don't do that. Say, are you pro-life or are you pro-death? That's it. It should be, are you pro? I mean, the opposite of life is choice. Come on now. The opposite of life, we say life and death, don't we? Life and death. No, pro-life or are you pro-death? That's it. Now, switch those words around in Planned Parenthood and all that. Let's see how it starts to affect people when you put it that way, right? Let's put it that way. So again, when you hear what he is saying right here, Kanye West is saying that he is pro-black. Shout out to my guy Unifier TV on here who says you are a free thinker, therefore you are a threat. Absolutely, and you are too, Unifier. You know it. Everybody, Unifier TV in here. Go over there and check his channel out, Unifier TV. Check him out on Instagram, Unifier TV. Go subscribe to the man. He's on here doing big things along the lines of myself, Brandon Tatum, ABL, the Hodge twins. Unifier's out there putting out information, not caring, just putting it out there. Go out there and check him out on Instagram. Go follow him on Instagram. Go follow him on YouTube. The whole nine. All right. Appreciate that, Unifier. All right. She says Planned Parenthood should be Planned Non-Parenthood. Yeah, it's not teaching you to be the parent. It's teaching you to stay single, not be anything but a murderer. Anyway, let me get on with this interview, but I hope y'all understood that. And don't forget, hit that like button. Let's continue on with this interview, folks.
50% So I really don't care about people's response. I perform for an audience of one, and that's God.
Woo! I got to stop again. I'm sorry. I have to stop again. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Whenever I get invited to go speak at events, and I could play the video and show y'all all day long, I got videos of me speaking at numerous events, and everybody know me for saying something all the time. I'll say, I'm not for the left. I am not for the right. I am for the up. And that kingdom has no color because he is the truth, and truth knows no color, right? I say that right there. It kind of do it just obliterates anybody, especially if you claim to be a Christian. If you are supposed to be a Christian and you talking about pro-choice or pro-death, yeah. Now, like I told y'all before, we're not talking about somebody that a day after pill or something like that. We're talking about people that deliberately will go in and they don't care if they 3 months down the road, 5 months down the road. Some of them even don't care if it's full term, kill the baby. You know what I'm saying? They will fully kill the baby. So it's pro-life or pro-death. That's what I call it. I don't call it pro-choice. I call it pro-death, plain and simple. But anyway, I said all that because he said I perform for an audience of one. I don't care who you are, folks. I cannot tell y'all how many times I done got into conversations where when people find out what I'm about and they see that I'm strong about it and I'm not I'm not real timid about it, I come out boldly and strong because I know who saved me. I know who got me out of predicaments that I've been in, and I don't care if you believe me or not. And that makes you a danger again right there because you don't care what people think of you. And when he said I perform for an audience of one, mic drop. Could have ended it right there because after that, what can people say to you? That's why I say I'm not for the left or the right. I'm for the up. And in his kingdom, there is no color. So what can you say to me? You a race traitor. To who? To who? To the one who created me? Because he created the race, right? He created the race. Now, I'm not going religious on y'all. If you're not a Christian, you don't believe in this, I'm not going religious on you. I'm just telling you from my perspective as being in a man that follows after God. If God created all the races, don't try to sit there and say and do anything that's going to divide me at all. Because all of you are my brothers and my sisters, and nobody's going to be able to tell me different. So when people say things to me like I'm a race traitor, to who? To who? To who? I don't even know you. You're not even my family. You're not even blood. What are you talking about? So what am I supposed? Why am I supposed to care about that? Y'all get what I'm saying? I don't know why people think that their opinion is supposed to matter to me. You might be skin folk, but you ain't kin folk. Okay. Now what? You a bootlicker. Okay. Okay. You a Uncle Tom. Okay. I'm a Uncle Tom. I bust out the head. I bust out that. Oh, you know what? That's funny you said it because I actually drink Uncle Tom coffee too. What else you got? What else you got? Oh, you a porch Negro. Yes, I do have a porch, but I'm a deck Negro too because I have a deck. I have a lower deck too. I also have a patio. I'm a patio Negro too. What else you got? Oh man, you tap dancing for them white people. No, I don't know how to tap dance, but I do know how to do some hip hop dance. I know how to do a little bit of break dancing. You know what I mean? I know how to do a little bit of bump, a little bit of footwork. You know what I'm saying? But tap dancing, that's really not. See what I'm saying? I'll throw it right back at you. Now what? Now what do you have to say to me? Oh man, you just okay. Well, go back to where you live and all that, and finish out your life, and as if I'm supposed to care. Okay. And when you do things like that, people get ticked off because they know I have the freedom to do whatever, whenever, and I cannot be boxed. You will not box me. You will not put me in a class of a certain race. You will not put me in a class of a certain way that people should think. So I'm gonna give y'all something else too. Man, you might be skin folk, but you ain't kin folk. And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean to me? But then I have some of you white folks that are liberal that would almost say the same things that black people do, as if you're trying to tell me, well, man, you've been a black man, you should know better. Oh, so you saying that you generalize me as if I'm supposed to be like all other black people, huh? Oh, well, no, that's that's what you're saying. If you are a white person, you're a liberal, and you're trying to tell me that the way that I think and what, especially if you're saying something about Kanye West too, you're trying to tell Kanye West how he's supposed to be, how he's supposed to think, and you're going to say the same thing. Oh man, you a poor representation of your race. Oh, so you know what niggas supposed to be like is what you're saying. I'm messing with y'all now. Y'all said it. You know what niggas is supposed to be like. You know what black people are supposed to be like. Therefore, if I'm not acting like the rest of the ones that you have perceived in your mind to act, all of a sudden I'm different than them. I'm a traitor to my race. Look what you just did. You subconsciously just projected your own racism onto me by trying to generalize me if I'm supposed to act like these other black. How is that, by the way? What do you mean by I'm not acting like the rest of the blacks? What is this? What are you supposed to mean? Like like we're a species. See, when you do things like that, you inadvertently are calling me an animal. Uh-oh. 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 I struck a nerve, didn't I? Yes, white folks, if you are in here right now, when you try to make statements, like when I spoke out against CRT, when you try to make statements, oh yeah, you can tell you're the type of guy, black people, what you're saying right now, you're hurting black people. What, you a white person telling me I'm hurting you? You a white person telling me that I'm hurting the black community. How? Because you've been black how long? Because you grew up around black folks like that. Because of how long? Because you're black. You walked in black skin before. You actually had somebody project onto me like what you're saying right now. Oh, in other words, nigga, get in your place is what you're saying to me. As if all of us supposed to act like a species. No, animals do that. There's no animals that don't act like what they were designed to do. Lions do the same thing that all lions do. Tigers do the same thing that tigers do. Monkeys do the same thing that monkeys do. Gorillas do the same exact thing that all gorillas do. But we are created so differently that we are our own individuals to be able to do what we want to. We all got different thoughts, different talents, different abilities, different skills, different heights. We are so unique. But yet at the same time, you as a white liberal gonna sit there and try to classify me as if I'm supposed to be acting like the rest of the black. And what do you mean by that? Oh, well, Ty, yeah, shut up. Shut up. Well, if you felt that out, that's what I was. No, I don't feel that that's what you were doing. It's no feeling. That's what you were doing. And that goes for black people too. Negroes, niggas. Oh man, you might be scared for, but you ain't king. Oh, because I'm not acting like you. I don't act like a thug no more. I'm not acting gangster no more. Oh, so I don't fit in no more. Nigga, I don't want to anyway. See what I'm saying? I'll give it right back to you just like that. And then you sitting there like, well, oh yeah, well, what? So here you are. You want to tell people that we are oppressed, that the white people are oppressing us, and there's racism, but yet at the same time, the projection of you trying to tell me get back in your place and act like the rest of us. What makes you different than the white people? And therefore, that's why I say I'm not for either side. I'm for the upside. I can care less what white people say about me. I can care less what black people say about me. Want to know why? Because none of them know me. I know me. He knows me. And that's all that matters. Love every last person I encounter. I love you guys that are watching right now, but at the same time, I hate to break it to you. Some of you y'all been my subscribers for years, and I appreciate that. Y'all know I love every last one of y'all. But all of y'all that has been watching me for 4 or 5 years plus, you can sit there and honestly say, Ty has not changed at all. I have not changed. I have not been sold out to nothing. The only thing that I'm sold out to is that one thing that completely changed my life and saved me, and that's God. Plain and simple. If you don't believe that, that's fine. You don't have to. I don't care, because it's me that it happened to and not you. That's why I don't care. You wasn't there when all this stuff happened to me and how I got through it and how he got me through it. So I don't care about what you think about me, because guess what? No human being got me where I am. Mentally, that's why I always say that, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. That's why I always pray that to you guys. And that's why I say God bless you through Jesus at the end of my things, because that's exactly how I got where I am right now. So for people out there, and then I'm just being honest with you guys, for some of you who, you give out praises, y'all give me kudos, y'all give me thumbs ups, y'all tell me how great of a guy I am, all these different things like that. Understand that when you do that, the reason why I never and I cannot get the big head over things like that, because all those things that you guys like about me is only attributed to the source that put those things in me and made me into that, and that's God. And if he is the one that got me like I am, and no human being did that, now I'm supposed to care about what some mere humans think of me? Be it black, be it white, I'm supposed to care. Oh, please. Oh, no. That's why I say it's too easy. It's too easy. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all took away from Kanye and ran it on. Let me get back into it.
I'm starting to see why they want to make you be quiet. When did you start to feel this way? When did you start to realize this?
I really felt like, I think I started to really feel this need to express myself on another level when Trump was running for office and I liked him.
Yes.
And every single person in Hollywood from my ex-wife to my mother-in-law to my manager at that time to, you know, my so-called friends / handlers around me told me, like, if I said that I like Trump, that my career would be over, that my life would be over. They said stuff like people get killed for wearing a hat like that. They threatened my life. They put my life. They basically said that I would be killed for wearing the hat. I had someone call me last night and said anybody wearing a White Lives Matter shirt is going to be greenlit. And
Check this out. When he made that statement saying that he wore the hat and people did threats, did this and did that, there's still no sound? Is there still no sound? There is sound, right? Okay, some people are saying yes, and some of you guys are saying no. Okay, all right, so since we got sound, so all right, so check this out. I got this hat right here, straight from Donald Trump, okay? When y'all, the ones that knew that I went to the White House and got invited there, I got this hat straight from Donald Trump, okay? Now, would I wear this hat? Absolutely 100% yes. Why I don't wear the hat is because I don't want to ruin the signature on there. See that? That's Kayleigh McEnany. Kayleigh McEnany, and yeah, I know, yeah, your boy. We spoke on the same stage. Hold on. And this is not doing anything to brag, but okay, you see that, right? Now, spoke on the same stage, killed it, right? And I brought that hat right there. When I got invited to the White House, I bought the hat with me. And when I knew that me and Kayleigh McEnany was going to speak on the same stage, I wanted to make sure I brought the hat so she can sign it. Now, you telling me, I'm telling y'all right now, that's what I'm telling you. The fact that I am a free person, the fact that I know within myself that nobody is responsible for my mental, spiritual, emotional, mental health but him, you think I'm going to really care what some humans think of me? Y'all, seriously, this is hard for some people to swallow. And this hat right here, like I said, if I didn't have a signature on here, I would be on here sporting this hat all day. You think I care if somebody came on here and tried to troll me? Oh, man, here you go. You a Trump lover. You a Trump. You can call me what you want to. I do not care. I am a truth lover. And somebody that is bringing the truth, that's what I'm going to be behind. And I will go ahead and scream it and preach it and show it and research it all day long if somebody is putting the truth on there. Plain and simple. Now, here this is, right? I didn't get invited to I haven't been invited to the White House by Joe Biden. I have not been invited to the house by to the White House by Joe Biden, right? Has anybody? Any of you Negroes, have any of y'all been invited there yet? No. Anyway, now, with that being said, you heard what Kanye West just said. Because he likes Trump, you're telling me that all of a sudden you got threats coming out. You got threats coming out, right? It's crazy, ain't it? All because you look, here's the thing. I think Thomas Sowell made this comment. Thomas Sowell was saying how black people will scream. I'm paraphrasing. Thomas Sowell said black people will scream and yell about how black people need to be represented in everything until a black person becomes a Republican or until a black person becomes conservative. All of a sudden, we don't want that representation there. Black people of a certain mindset are willing to accept thugs, gangsters, and robbers, ones who actually kill other black people, than to see black people be Republican or to be conservative. Although they have no idea that when they think about with their morals and their values, most black people are conservative. But then they vote the opposite way. It actually ends anyway. Anyway, let me move on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get on some more of this interview.
That means that they're gonna beat them up if they wear it. And I'm like, okay, green light me then. God builds warriors in a different way. I don't know if it's because of me being born in Atlanta and growing up on the south side of Chicago that
represent. We know all about that. That's one thing he and I got in common. Being on the south side, man, y'all, which man.
He made me for such a time like this. It's like with David, he tended to the sheep, but while he was out there, he had to fight all kinds of animals. So when
bears,
it was time for Goliath
lions.
to come, he thought because he was a sheep herder that he didn't have the skill set to take down Goliath.
Woo!
And the thing that I have is the position, I have my heart, but the number one thing is we have God on our side.
Boom. Boom. Ba-bam. See what I'm saying? Who else? Dude, this is what's really sad. This is what's really sad about this. Don't forget to hit that like button while y'all in here too. But this is what's really, really sad about this. Kanye West has absolute 100% balls, complete balls to get out there and say what he just said when you don't even have a lot of ministers who's supposed to preach the gospel, ministers who's supposed to be warriors of God. They're not even up here saying what he's saying right now because they worried about some money. Big time mega church ministers are not even out here saying what Kanye West is saying right now. You got a man who the world looks at as being a secular individual. He's made bad music. He's made this, he's made that. But at the same time, as he grew and what he's doing right now, this man is superseding what a lot of current ministers right now are scared to do. Why aren't they doing that? But then yet you got this man right here that's doing it. Shame on some of you ministers. A lot of you ministers, shame on you for being scared to preach the gospel, for being scared to stand up for God, for being scared to go into an interview and actually be bold with God. Bold with it. What you scared of? Oh, because you really must not have the true God in you at all. You just know how to preach. It doesn't mean that you were called to preach. You just know how to preach. Anybody can do, you know how to preach, but that doesn't mean that you were called to preach. Y'all get what I'm saying? You know how to get up there and imitate and do all the shenanigans and all that stuff like that, say certain words, practice and body language and make yourself charismatic and all that, but it does not mean that you were called to do it. The reason I say that is because every time a lot of ministers I've known that they get put on the hot spot, but put on the hot seat, get asked some tough questions, they always, well, it's not my place. Dude, call it out. Stand on the Bible. Anyway, let's get on with some more of this, folks.
And for the people, even if you don't believe in God, God believes in you.
So you made reference to the White Lives Matter T-shirt, which you brought out at Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Why did you do that, and what did it mean?
I do certain things from a feeling. I just channel the energy. It just feels right. It's using a gut instinct, a connection with God, and just brilliance. Like as if you asked like Tanya Harding how she did the triple flip or the triple spin. She was in so much practice that when it was time for her to skate in a competitive format, it just happened. Like it happened outside of practice. It happened in the real format, and that's what's happening. Is God is like preparing us for the real battles.
Whoa. That's what I see. What I'm saying? I didn't even know that this is what he was getting ready to say, but that is absolutely 100% right. Look, there are people that's watching my channel right now, right? Especially the ones that know me, family members, people that definitely from Florida before I even started a YouTube page. These people would sit here and tell you all day long. Everybody else that's on YouTube that might be loving my channel, enjoying my channel, this is a result of a lot of my family members. This is a result of a lot of my patients. This is a result of a lot of my coworkers over years telling me, you need to get on YouTube. You know, everybody needs to hear this because the stuff that you went through, the stuff that you've been through, dude, like you just anything that comes at you, you just don't care. You just knocking it out. You bold with it. It's because of my past battles. I've known what I'm capable of doing. I know what he is capable of doing with me and through me. Therefore, I don't fear anything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have no idea. Let me tell y'all something a little bit. There was a time where I was asked to actually pursue something in the political world. I turned it down. Okay. I was offered like $30 million to fund a campaign. I kid y'all not. You can call it what you want to. I can talk about it now because I'm not on that contract to keep, not in a little, in other words, back last October, November, December-ish, I was offered to actually do something in the political world with a bunch of people that wanted to get behind it, and they threw $30 million to fund a huge campaign and all the stuff like that. Turned it down. Once I got into it and got to sit down and talking with people, I told y'all I cannot, folks, that's what makes you, I cannot be bought. I will not be bought. They thought I cared about some money. You see what I'm saying? Being the person I am right now, I'm a result of not having the money. I never had the money in the beginning when I started off in this life. Now, to get myself in a position where I'm financially comfortable, where I'm financially well off, and you think because you threw this money at me to try to get me to campaign a particular way for a particular side, and also to throw in there that, we have it to where if you do this, you still will be left with this. You won't have to work for at least 5 or 10 years with what we're going to leave you with. You thought I was going to jump at that and bite because you threw that much money at me. I cannot be bought. And that's why individuals like myself are a threat, because I don't care what money you throw at me. I don't need your money. I didn't need any of that to get me where I am right now. Yeah, again, it's not to be bragging. I'm just telling you guys facts. No, people make individuals famous. Everything that I do right now, I've been doing it before there was a such thing as YouTube. But because there's more people that have access to YouTube, and you guys, and I'm not saying you, but I'm saying people in general, they are the ones that put you up on a celebrity-like status where you go out and somebody, oh my God, I'm just, hey, how y'all doing? Speak to them. Oh my God, I watch you all the time. I didn't do that. You did that. You put me up on the pedestal like that in your head. But when you meet me, y'all see that I'm not like that at all. I'm actually, hey, don't do that. Look, just here. Cool. Yeah, we can get a picture and everything like that. How you doing? Everything going okay? I end up having a conversation with you, don't I? For the ones that met me out in the open, if you're in here, y'all know that's what I do. If you were in here, I met 2 of y'all at Walgreens last week. Linda, remember Linda? Met you in Walgreens, and the other guy, I met y'all in Walgreens. What we do? We had a nice conversation, didn't we? We just talked. And y'all still like, oh my God, that's so crazy that you in here, and man, and y'all, we just talked. What am I saying that for? I'm a real dude, and I don't care what anybody say. I'm not like anybody else that's going to sit there and get bought out by some money. I'll turn money down. I'm good where I am right now. I'm good where I am. You throwing that money at me is what? What is that supposed to do? Oh, well, you can go and have, I don't care. Well, you can get, with stuff like that, you could have got you a Mercedes. I can get a Mercedes now if I want to, but I don't want one. You understand? I don't want it. Oh, man, you can get what I need a bigger house for. I teach this stuff online. I live below my means. I'm doing really well, but I live below my means. So what added some extra money going to do for me? Oh, you can get a better car. No, I got 3 cars right now. But you can end up getting a Porsche. What can a Porsche do that my truck can't do besides go faster? Otherwise, it's gonna get me from point A to point B. Y'all got the wrong dude. Y'all can keep on trying about all this stuff. See, when they started doing that right there, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something. When they start doing things like that right there, you want to know why? Is because they came doing the same exact thing that the devil did when he tempted Jesus. I told y'all, and I told some of them are in here right now. I told y'all, because I just seen y'all little names up here, and I've seen y'all right here in my emails right now. I told you, don't worry, I won't say y'all names, the one who threw this money, but I sat there and did the same thing. I had the same exact experience that Jesus did. When the devil took Jesus up on the mountain and pretty much told him all these things I can give you if you would just fall down and worship me. All this is mine to give to whoever I want to. They had the same exact spiel. I have all these vendors. We have all these constituents. We have all this that we can fund you to do this. You have $30 million to fund what you can do. Blah. If you would just come on over to our side and sign the pen, man. Then they try to puff you up. You're charismatic, good looking guy. You got a great family. You already said, got a great career. Man, you're well spoken. Man, you're very passionate. Man, you this. Do you know what you can do on top of having all this money? Once I started feeling that right there, I'm like, y'all sound just like the devil out of the Bible. You're trying to offer me something. You can't offer me nothing. Money, you can't offer me nothing. I got everything. I got my health. I got food. I got shelter. I got clothing. I got a 21-year marriage. What are you going to offer me that's going to be better than that? What can you offer me? Both my sons, never been no gang violence activity. They don't have no girl pregnant right now. Both of them graduated high school. What are you going to offer me? Some money? That's all y'all got? Some money. Yeah, man, but it's a lot of money. Dude, so what? I got money. Well, there's just more money to do what with? This is the type of things folks don't think about. Folks be so quick to jump on it, they don't give no thought to it. That's why I always tell people, man, if I had a million, to do what with? To do what with? Anyway, let's get back to this video.
And we are in a battle with the media. Like, the majority of the media has a godless agenda.
Yep.
And the jokes in that work, and this whole like, oh yeah, he's crazy, and all these things, they don't work because the media has, they've also watched travesties happen, just even specifically to me, and just watch it and act like it wasn't happening, and they stay quiet about it.
What if they?
I want to answer the white.
Yeah.
I feel like someone caught what I was saying, the comparison to Tanya Hardin about the White Lives Matter. My dad is an educated ex-Black Panther, and he put a text to me today. He said, "White Lives Matter, ha 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 ha," and I said, I thought the shirt was a funny shirt. I thought the idea of me wearing it was funny, and I said, "Dad, why do you think it was funny?" He said, just a Black man stating the obvious.
Yeah.
And my dad doesn't listen to rap music, and he's like super educated. We opened up a water distribution center
that nobody is talking about. Did y'all know that? Any of the listening audience right now, did y'all know that Kanye West and his father opened up a water distribution center? Did anybody else know that? Not only that, to my surprise, I'm telling y'all right now, I think I know 2 songs of Kanye West. Like once I got married and everything like that, and rap was like not even a thing anymore. I was focusing on college, school. I had no time to listen to music. My point is, I think I know 2 songs of Kanye West. I think I know Gold Digger. That get down, girl, go ahead, get down. I know that one, and I know oh my God, look, I can't look. I don't remember the other one. The bigger, that back it work stronger. That y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all heard that, I heard that one. I think it's called Stronger. I don't know. I heard that one before, and then 3, Jesus Walks. That I like that. So I know 3 of Kanye's songs. But my point in saying that is that Kanye West's father, he just said his father doesn't listen to rap. Who in the world would have thought that way? So your dad don't listen to rap, but you're a rapper. And on top of that, because I don't know Kanye West that well and never listen to rap, people, let's be real. Because some of y'all email me, and I was on the same spectrum as you guys was. I did not know that Kanye West came out of a 2-parent home. Initially, I did not know that. I did end up knowing later on after the car wreck he got in and all the stuff like that. I found out that Kanye West didn't have his father, but at the same time, look how he's speaking of him. The dude had both parents, and he sounds very intelligent. Anyway, let me go ahead and get back into it.
in the Dominican Republic together. He's like the original Steve Jobs, but he was getting blocked every which way with all of his ideas, and he didn't have an endless bank account, and he didn't have an Instagram. So all these ideas, he had to like take them back and compress them. Like my dad is the most.
Here we go. I got to address this a little bit right here. Turkey Sandwich says Clinton's opened up a foundation to help Haiti. What's your point? Do you know what else Clintons did in Haiti too? Do you even know what the Clintons did in Haiti, fool? Do your research. You said Clinton's opened up. Do you know what the Clintons them did with all that money that was supposed to go to Haiti? Sandwich. Do you know what the Clintons did to a lot of those Haiti kids? Huh, Sandwich? I bet you don't know that, do you? I bet that'll trump this little water thing right here. The point is that we said, what's the big point? Is that you don't hear about other people in Kanye's position like rappers, a stereotypical rapper going around and doing things like this. You hear a lot of rappers donating money to a charity but not actually somebody that's actually opening up a water distribution center. Anyway, let's get back into it.
Brilliant person that I know, and we actually have a strained relationship because I was taken from him because my mom was an actress, so she was a liberal. And my dad would see certain things and say, you know, we should do it this way, we should do it that way. And the people got around my mom and pulled her away, much like, you know, Kim is a Christian, but she has people who want her to go to Interview Magazine and put her ass out.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, that right there, I might have a little bit of disagreements on there. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, see right now with Kanye, I know Kanye is new to, you know, come crossing over into trying to, you know, you can tell he's still battling with some stuff. I would say, sir, your wife is not a Christian, bro. No, your wife is honestly, look, I'm just being real with y'all. If you look to see what Kim Kardashian did and what Kim Kardashian is into, Kim Kardashian, along with, like, y'all can get mad and ticked off all you want to. Kim Kardashian, along with her sisters and along with people like Beyonce, they are witches. Let's just be real. I'm not talking about you. I'll get you, my pretty. No, they are legit, bona fide, practicing witches. Look what Kim Kardashian do. Now, what happens is this. A lot of people, you get blindsided by the fact that they do good things. She does good things. I mean, she did a lot of things that had to do with a lot of prison reform and all that with Donald Trump. Kim Kardashian did some good things. It still don't deter from the fact that she's a witch. And they are legit witches. Beyonce is a witch too. Anyway, moving on. I know some folks like, Ty, what the freaking heck? No, they are legit witches. Look how they talk. Look at the things they do. Look at some of the things they wear in their hand. Look how sometimes they doing all the, I mean, she's a witch. Now, I think honestly that might be the issue with how when Kanye West got with her, that wasn't going to work. If God's sitting there like, Kanye, you going on this road for me, you going on this path with me, the way that your wife is and stuff like that, yeah, I don't know if this is going to work. I actually need to use you for my betterment in which I want you to do, not Kim, because Kim's a witch. Anyway, let's go on.
While she's a 40-something-year-old multi-billionaire with 4 black children. And this is how fashion wants to, how they want to present her. So I know you give these questions and I give you like these 3-part answers. Is this a cool format for you?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, cool.
And I am following it.
All right.
So you said that your father said when he saw the shirt, White Lives Matter, it's great to see a black man stating the obvious. So by which I think you meant that's obviously true.
Yeah, that's my favorite response, because I kept on thinking, like, you know, people, they're looking for an explanation, and people say, well, as an artist, you don't have to give an explanation, but as a leader, you do.
Yes, I think that's right.
So the answer to why I wrote White Lives Matter on a shirt is because they do. It's the obvious thing.
Yeah. Why do you think that's so, and I assume the implication is, of course, all lives matter because they're lives, because God created them.
Yeah.
Why do you think that would be considered controversial?
Because the same people that have stripped us of our identity and labeled us as a color have told us what it means to be black.
Woo! That right there should have just made every last white liberal, white people who have a certain mindset just implode. Kanye West just said that so eloquently and profoundly. But you're going to have a lot of Negroes, and a lot of certain people of a mindset that are white. Oh my God, what is he saying? How dare is Kanye, is he saying? Yes, that's what he's saying. Dude, man, this nigga up here talking about some, man, this nigga up here tripping, man. This nigga, no. He said that perfectly, and that's absolutely right. The very person, the very ones that stripped you of your identity is not going to tell. See, did I not say this earlier? I didn't even know it was even going to get this deep into it like this. Did I not say that earlier, where I say the people who would sit there and try to say certain things and they end up finding out they are projecting racism themselves on me by saying, you don't act like the other black ones do. The freaking heck is that supposed to mean? You see what I'm saying? Did I not say that earlier, ladies and gentlemen? Don't forget to hit that like button while you're in here, folks, to get the likes up, because when you do that, it recommends this video. I still want to let you guys all know that I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate you guys all being in here. I appreciate the comments that are coming in. I cannot do it out there. Yes, I know some people have texted me a few seconds ago saying the Cash App thing, blah, blah, blah. If you want to send Cash App, I told you it's streaming down there. Do that. That's fine. Or you can use PayPal. That's your choice. I forgot that thing was even down. I'm up here trying to get into this so much. I'm just like rolling to this because he's saying some great things right here, folks. Saying some very great things. Let's move on. I want to hear that again.
So the answer to why I wrote White Lives Matter on a shirt is because they do. It's the obvious thing.
Yeah. Why do you think that's so? And I assume the implication is, of course, all lives matter because they're lives, because God created them.
Yeah.
Why do you think that would be considered controversial?
Because the same people that have stripped us of our identity and labeled us as a color have told us what it means to be black and the vernacular that we're supposed to have. My dad.
Some people didn't understand that. The vernacular that we are supposed to have. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Some folks don't even have any idea what it means. When people like the Honorable Clarence Thomas end up being called the N-word by some white people and then they have black people not say nothing. Some folks don't even understand and didn't even catch it because it's such a catchphrase. A lot of black people didn't even catch it that Joe Biden was openly racist to black people with a statement that he made. If you don't know if you are for me or Trump, then you ain't black. Projecting onto us. Niggas, you need to know your place and know what you're supposed to do. That's what that I wish to God that Joe Biden would have said that right there and said, I wish he would have said, if you don't know if you for me or Trump, then you ain't a real nigga. See what I'm saying? By doing that right there, Joe Biden literally projected racism onto black people as if saying, we all need to be in one mindset, one accord, as just a species of animals that only think one way. We don't know how to use the internet. We don't know how to get an ID. We don't even know what a DMV is. Negroes are stupid and ignorant. And if you don't know that you're supposed to be for Trump or me, then you ain't black. He knows what it means to be black. He knows what it is for me as a black man to be black. He knows this. And if I don't vote for him, then I must not be black. You darn, no, let me use the other word. I must not be a slave no more. I must not be a nigga. If I don't know if I'm from here or Trump, him or Trump. Charlemagne should have shut that down when he said that right there. Flat out. Because that's exactly what Kanye West is saying right here. That you took the identity, right? And then you want to turn around and tell me how I'm supposed to act as a black person. And if I don't act like that, then I'm out of place. And then what makes it even worse is when you got Negroes who don't even know how to think intellectually or logically, you will turn around and edify what Joe Biden said. Yep, you sure don't, because you might be scared for, but you ain't can't. Do you see the psychological game that's being played on you when that happens? Do you even understand the psychological game that's being played on you when stuff like that is being done or stuff like that is being said? We got Mo C in the background chilling here. Mo, I see you back there, sir. We're going to bring you on once I let this all play out. Appreciate you coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, I just left the link up here. If you guys want to jump on the panel right here, I'll do it again right here. Here's the link to join the panel. If you want to join the panel, here go the link right here. What you will not do, you won't be coming on here dropping cuss words and all kind of stuff like that. If you are in opposition to what I'm saying, by all means, speak on it. But the minute you start want to come in here trying to call me Uncle Tom, a coon, I'm shutting you out. Because what you need to be doing is explaining your place of position, plain and simple. Just letting you know that for anybody else that want to jump on this link. All right, let's finish out the rest of this video.
Grew up as a military brat, and his family moved around, but they were based mostly in Delaware. And at the time, if they weren't the only black family, they were one of the few. And he would be discriminated against because he was black. So by the time he got into college, he would be discriminated against. He went to a black college, he would be discriminated against because they said he talked too white.
Yes.
And then he played the kick drum in the band. So when he would go to the club and the music was playing, where would he clap his hands? Where the kick drum is.
Yeah.
So it's the opposite of where everyone else was clapping their hands. And this is the most elegant and tasteful person that I know. And when my mom, when the school suggested like the herding systems, because what they do is take the black community and they separate us, and they separate the families, and the educated, they push this, need for higher education, and us as blacks, we discriminate against each other and say, well, I got my PhD and you don't have your PhD, so I'm better than you. And
here we go again. I gotta jump in and interject on this, folks, because that's what makes people just completely think that there's something better. I know folks right now, even in the church, that because you have a title in the church, they all of a sudden start carrying themselves around like they better. I have two degrees. Not once can anybody on here saying, dude, you come off like you just I don't even, I will call you a liar, because I've never once ever went around acting like I'm the one that got 2 degrees. I don't go around carrying myself. Like a matter of fact, I told people, the folks that have seen me out in the open, if I'm not at work, now I do dress a certain way when I go to work, of course, because I'm a director. But when you just see me out on a regular day, they're like, dude, Ty be in some t-shirts and jogging. I got jogging pants on. Dude, I got jogging pants on right now. I don't play around. When I'm just at home, I'm not putting no good clothes on. I don't care. I'm not even a clothes person. Right? Point is, I don't go around, even when I go and speak at speaking engagements, which is all on YouTube, which is great. I don't go around saying, well, I have one of my degrees in therapy, and I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that. I don't even care. What am I saying that for? There are some individuals, like Kanye West just saying, there are some individuals that they think, I'm not trying to say it's hurt y'all feelings, but I know this happened for a reason. I do not care when people come to me, and I'm just letting you know this, for those of you that are watching right now, if you ever run into me out and about, know this: I don't care about your accolades. I don't care about your degrees. I don't care about any of those things. All I care about is what you're getting ready to say to me that's going to be beneficial to me and you. That's what I care about. So when you come to me and you want to talk to me about a certain issue, you don't have to say, well, the reason why I know this is because I'm a clinical psychologist, and what, I don't care. I just want to know what you're going to say. Now, I have had some clinical psychologists come straight up to me and be like, have you had training in clinical psychology? Because the stuff you talk about, I'm like, no. I just been around people a long time. I've been into helping people since I was 17 years old. So I helped all kinds of people with all kinds of mental issues, and we've helped them successfully. We just say we because I'm talking about me and God. We've helped them successfully, right? Now, the reason I'm saying is because people get hung up on that. Ladies and gentlemen, just because you have a degree, that does not make you something special. What makes you special is what you actually do. Doing the deed of a doctor is what makes you special. Doing the deed of a therapist is what makes you special. Doing the deed of a nurse is what makes you special. Doing the deed as a father is what makes you special. Doing the deed of a mother is what makes you special. Doing the deed as a housekeeper and doing it the best you can and being the best housekeeper out there, that's what makes you special. Being a clinical psychologist and really caring about the individual that you are treating makes you special. Being a guidance counselor and really caring about the individual that you are guiding makes you special. Those things called a degree doesn't do a goddamn on thing to make you better, because there are people with degrees that are flat out stupid. There are people with degrees that are buttholes. There are people with degrees who are the worst type of individuals that you want to be around. There are individuals that are doctors that are cocky and nobody likes them. Nobody likes them. Their own wife don't like them. They've been married 6 times. I'm not talking about you, doc. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that particular doctor. I'm not calling you out. I'm not even going to say what state you in, but you're not in Illinois. You're not from Illinois, so I'm not talking about you. But you know what I'm talking about. Because what I'm saying right now, I've said it to your face. I've said it to your face. So what I'm saying, people, do y'all know that a doctor right now is going to be facing charges as a medical terrorist? This man was tampering with IV bags and like killed somebody and made somebody almost die. Just because you got those things behind you called a degree, that does not mean anything as far as you being an individual, because you still can suck as an individual. So what he just got done saying is absolutely right. You think that because you went to school, I mean, guys, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. Okay. Here's one of my licenses right here. Let me make sure y'all ain't gonna see nothing. Okay. Let me. Here go one of my licenses. I'm just show it real quick like that. There go one of my licenses. Okay. Let me cover something up though. There go one of my licenses right there. Okay. Check this out. My degree looks almost just like my license. Okay. My degree looks almost just like my license. Although I went to school for free, some people pay that much money to go through the school and you got a piece of paper. We hang it up on walls. I don't even have my degrees hanging up on nothing. My degrees don't do nothing for me. My degrees don't edify who I am. My degrees don't make me. Who I am as an individual, who I am as a person is what makes me, not those degrees. So we're proud of that piece of paper that we have. Well, I'm a doctor. Well, I'm a this, I'm a that. But as a person, you suck. But at the same time, as a person, you could be great. Now, let me get back into what I was saying this for with Kanye West. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you guys all being in here, spending your time with me. I just got to take this time just to thank y'all again. 300,000 subscribers is because of you guys. It's a celebration for me, but I'm also going to talk about this. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you guys for listening to me rant on about this. Thank you for the support, all that great stuff. Hit that like button for me so this video can be recommended. Now, back to what Kanye was just saying right here. There is a movie called Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg in it, right? It's a movie called Rockstar, and it has Mark Wahlberg in it. In this movie, Mark Wahlberg, he idolizes. If any of you guys seen it, give me a hand. Show me a hand or something like that while I'm explaining the story. If any of y'all seen it, show the hand. Show the hand, okay? In this movie, Rockstar, Mark Wahlberg is an aspiring rock artist. He idolizes this band, right? Mark Wahlberg goes there, and he goes there to this concert, and his favorite singer is up there on the stage. Mark Wahlberg got front row tickets. He's right there on the stage. He's right there in front of the stage. This man that is Mark Wahlberg's idol, he gets up there, and he got ready to say, "Stand up and shout." And Mark Wahlberg started singing it in the crowd. The guy that was up there on the stage looked down at Mark Wahlberg like, wait a minute, what? Mark Wahlberg hit this note. He's like, yeah, I love you. And then guess what the guy did? The guy kind of frowned at Mark Wahlberg and walked on the other side of the stage. Mark Wahlberg worked through the crowd of people looking at this guy that he idolized. The guy went over there, got ready to hit a note again. Mark Wahlberg did the same thing. Stand up and shout. And the dude didn't like that. The dude that Mark Wahlberg idolized did not like the fact that Mark Wahlberg was down there hitting his notes, right? So later on through the movie, Mark Wahlberg ends up having the opportunity to audition for this very band that he idolizes, right? He idolized this band. He got a chance to audition for it. While Mark Wahlberg was auditioning for it, the very man that Mark Wahlberg idolizes came in and completely like cussed at him, shut him down. Mark Wahlberg like what in the world, So anyway, Mark Wahlberg auditions for the band. Mark Wahlberg gets the lead and singing spot. Goes on to have this crazy rock star career, a lot of ups and downs throughout the movie. But what I'm talking about is this. Mark Wahlberg reached the top just like his idol did. Now Mark Wahlberg is the idol. He's been idolized, right? What ended up happening in this movie, Mark Wahlberg is up there on the stage. Mark Wahlberg is getting ready to sing this song. When he got ready to hit the note, somebody else in the crowd did the same exact thing. This dude ended up hitting the note that Mark Wahlberg was getting ready to do. But Mark Wahlberg did something that a lot of people don't do. Instead of doing what his idol did to him, Mark Wahlberg didn't switch the stage. He didn't look at the guy. He kind of thought to himself like, wow, this guy is doing the same thing that I did. So guess what Mark Wahlberg did? Mark Wahlberg pulled the dude up on the stage, gave him the mic, and told him to take over the rest of the show. What am I saying here? That's something that we don't do as humans. We like being the only one up there that everybody is seeing. We like being the only one because all eyes are on me. We like that. But nobody wants to do what Mark Wahlberg did. Mark Wahlberg is like, nuh-uh, I see the talent. I see the ability. So I'm going to grab your hand and I'm going to pull you up here. I'm going to give you the mic. Take over. You got it. How awesome of a story. I use that analogy when I go preach at churches all the time. I love that analogy. Mark Wahlberg made him equal with him. Why not? The dude had the talent. He had the ability. He had the outfit on and everything. But we don't do that. I have a PhD. And if you say things, I mean, guys, I'm just being real with y'all. Even when I was getting ready to go to college, I had folks that haven't even never set foot in a freaking campus at all. Man, I'm telling you, Ty, man. Hey, college hard, bro. College hard. Oh, yeah, right, nigga, because you been. And like I said, y'all, when I'm doing this, I'm talking back to the hood. I'm talking to the hood. So don't get upset when you're, Ty, why you saying nigga? They know because they're in here right now. And my mentees are in here right now. And when I go and talking to people that's in the hood, this is how I'm talking. So some of them are in here. A lot of them are in here right now. That's why I'm saying it like this. So if you don't like the word, just that's fine. But they understand it when I'm saying it to them. Here it is. I'm getting ready to go off to college. You, man, hey, man, okay, your college is for white people, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't see none of us in there. Well, guess what? You about to see one of us in there. You talking about? Oh, man, I know people that tried to go to college, man, and they failed out because that stuff ain't for us, man. No, that stuff wasn't for them. And who is it? Tell me, give me one name of somebody that you said failed out of college. Oh, you know what I'm saying? My guy, he your guy, but you don't know his name. You said, you know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yvette nephew, you know, the one, Kim, you know, her, that, bro, come on, stop. Before you even have a chance to actually go and become something, they're already trying to shut you down from doing it. Also, I get into college. All type of people that was in the medical field like I was. Everybody was just awe-inspiring, and everybody was on the same page. Everybody was trying to say, y'all, we're going to do this. Man, I can't wait for the day that we graduate. Then we went from that. I can't wait for the day that we actually all get ready to be able to go and become clinicians. I can't wait for us to be able to treat. Then, you know what I'm saying? All these things happen. Anybody that knows me personally, family, friends, know that I don't do any shape, form, of fashion of making it like I'm something special because of the ones of my generation. I'm the most I have another cousin that's a doctor. I'm the most educated, and I'm something above you guys, and because I'm an educated Negro. The rest of you are not like me. I have 2 degrees. Please, come on, stop. Those things don't mean anything, folks. Let's get back to this video again.
So my mom, she had a PhD, and she was influenced to move to the south side of Chicago and take this job at Chicago State University. And she told my dad, if you come for us, you'll never see him again. Because, the media ridiculed me for getting the house next door to Kim to see my children. And they even said that I was stalking her and her new boyfriend because I bought the house next door to see my children. And that's how I knew that my mom had said that to him. I said, Dad, you know, they moved us to one of the most agreed upon to be one of the most dangerous places in the world. It's almost like they tried to kill me or something. I said, Dad, why'd you never come to get us? And that's when he told me that she was told that. You know, there's so many things that are put in Kim's head. You know, they bring influencers, like no one ever knew where Corey Gamble came from. No one in the fashion world knows where Gabby came from. These people were practically made in a laboratory, in my opinion. And one of the things that they're really good at doing is being nice in the laboratory, that she was told that. You know, there's so many things that are put in Kim's head. You know, they bring influencers, like no one ever knew where Corey Gamble came from. No one in the fashion world knows where Gabby came from. These people were practically made in a laboratory, in my opinion. And one of the things that they're really good at doing is being nice and being likable. And what they do is, for people that have some form of influence, whether it's an educated Black woman like my mother that became the head of the English department at Chicago State University, or whether it's the most influential white woman on the planet, being my ex-wife, they have people that are around them at all times telling them what to be afraid of. It's like not what to do or say specifically, it's what to be afraid of. And if you have a person that isn't afraid of them, you know, like.
I'm gonna stop him right there. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to Kanye on that right there. Notice what he just got done saying. He said they feed you what to be afraid of. Some of my subscribers on here right now, some of you guys have been with me for years. Non-lethal. Been with me for years. Day one. Ace Coon Boom. Kara. Mama Don. Roscoe. A lot of you guys have been with me for years. How many times have I had to have made videos telling people, I do not want y'all to come and say anything to me. Don't say, Ty, look out. Ty, there's people on here. Ty, there's cyberbullying. How many times have I said, dude, I don't care. I can't be bullied. See what I'm saying? I get that some people's intentions are pure. But when you do things like that, you are trying to instill some type of thing that I need to look. I don't need to look out for nothing online. Ty. Woo, hey, be careful of people online. What? Some words? I'm supposed to be scared of some words. Man, people can say some mean things. I don't care about no mean things. I am a grown man who is supposed to be sitting here scared. And somebody called me ugly. Somebody said they don't like me. They said I'm an Uncle Tom. I should be an Uncle Tom. They called me a bootlicker. Oh God, what am I gonna do? They said go kill yourself. They told me that I was a porch Negro. Dude, please. You see what I'm saying? I'm supposed. Y'all see? Do y'all get what I'm saying? I get that your intentions are pure. But if you know me as well as you know me, you should know. And that's why right now, none of my moderators come to me and say, Ty, they're talking bad about you. None of my moderators do that. They don't come and say, Ty, be careful because somebody's in here talking bad. My moderators don't do that. I have told my moderators from day one that if anybody gets into this chat and they got something bad to say about me, if I see it, okay. Let it roll. I said, now, if they get out of hand, they start telling me to suck this and eat this and lick this. Okay, yeah, because that's just stupid. But for somebody to get on here, and if they call me an Uncle Tom, call me a coon, call me a Porsche Negro, call me a bootlegger, tap dance for the white man, I say, let the comments show. I like to read the comments because now with this new software, don't hide behind your comments and your words. Come on here and tell me to my face, and then let's talk about why you're calling me that. They're not going to do that, though. Most people don't want that. They don't want to do that because that's all they can do. They can name call. See, if I call you, let's just be honest. If I see somebody doing a certain thing, having sex with a bunch of men, they dress very provocative, they barely have any clothes on, they have sex with multiple men in one evening, I'm gonna say that's a slut. You a prostitute, you a hoe, you a dirty hoe. Now, if I say that to you, that's because that's what you really are. I really mean it. I will be able to tell you why Ty, why would you call that woman a slut? Why would you call that woman a whore? Wait, because she slept with 6 dudes in one night. She stands on one corner. She's a whore. She's a hoe. She's a slut. So what I'm saying that for is that if you're going to call me something, at least back it up with something. You calling me an Uncle Tom, at least back it up with something, with some truth and some facts like I just said about the slut. Do that. But you know what? They can't. They can't. They can only call me that and then leave it at that. They'll say, "Oh, because you know you were just you be no. If you're gonna call me any of those things, you need to define why. I know what they are. I know what Uncle Tom is. How y'all think that Uncle Tom? I know the Uncle Tom that they're trying to call me. I know what that one is. But the Uncle Tom that I know about, Uncle Tom's Cabin and what he did for black people, I know what he is too. I know what a bootlicker is. I know what a tap dancer is. I know what a house Negro is. I know what a Porsche Negro is. I am none of those things. Therefore, you really want to explain to me what it is. I know what it is, but do you? Anyway, so let's keep on rolling on with this, ladies and gentlemen.
Russell Brand or Candace Owens.
Right.
It's not that we have to agree with this, but
they're not afraid.
They're not afraid to state what their opinion is.
Yes.
No one is God, and everyone has an opinion.
Boom. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Russell
he just
Brand
said it.
or Candace Owens.
Right.
It's not that we have to agree with this, but
they're not afraid.
They're not afraid to state what their opinion is.
Yes.
No one is God, and everyone has an opinion.
So a conversation like this is a window into a world that you don't see. So if you're familiar with West from the media, you think of him as an individual man. What you don't think about is that he is at the center of a battle, and people like him are at the center of a battle to get a message out. Mouthed by the lips of influencers like him and so many others, that extends a storyline on behalf of, well, in this case, the status quo. So there are a lot of people vying to make certain that people like him say the right things, and the consequences for not doing that are very severe. So for him to come out and say all lives matter, obviously, is a huge threat to a lot of people. Who are those people exactly? Well, we asked him, and he told us. That's next. Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch.
All right, folks. All right, welcome to the channel, Mo. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Congratulations on 3,000 subs, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So, Mo, you've been here chilling down the back, being patient for a while, sir. I've been doing a lot of ranting and all that. I just want to hear your thoughts on the whole notion. You can start anywhere you want.
I have to agree with everything what Kanye says. Everybody says that he's crazy, but he's a very intelligent man when you get him one-on-one with that. I do want to give a special shout-out to Tucker Carlson for letting him just speak, letting him speak his mind. The one thing I disagree with is him saying Kim is a Christian.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. She is a she-devil. She is a harlot. You know, she is just one of those individuals that I don't know what to say about her other than she's a, like you said, a slut. So I thought that's the only thing I could think of. But really, it was a great interview. Brett Cooper did touch on the interview as well. What Kanye was alluding to is the left obviously uses minorities until they can't be used anymore. What they like to do is they love to praise minorities and stuff like that, but the minute that you have a different mindset, it's just like Toy Story. I don't want to play with you anymore. I want to find a new toy. That's what they're all about. We're basically toys to them. So we gotta start waking people up and just saying, hey, stop voting for these people. Stop trying to think that these people are your allies because they're not. The minute that you disagree with them is the minute they throw you away.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. And the other thing is that, the fact that he was doing that, this is what really gets me about a lot of this, okay? Kanye West, Candace Owens, obviously two black people, wear a shirt that says white lives matter. People pissed off and lose their mind. But then you have white people who were wearing shirts that said black lives matter. And what do you, isn't there some hypocrisy?
Well,
So,
that's go ahead.
oh, you got it.
It's more than hypocrisy. And not only that, the one thing I hate about Black Lives Matter is that they pick and choose who they want to, protest for. Recently with Andrew Teckle Sundberg is a recent example. They want to shout, protest, say his name, stuff like that. But yet then you have this woman with two black kids that could have been killed, and everybody's telling her to shut up. That's the one thing I hate about Black Lives Matter, and that's something that I've noticed that all these black kids were getting killed. One that sticks out, and it was in Chicago, was Jaislyn Adams. She was a 7-year-old girl that got shot 6 times in the chest. No one said a damn thing about it. And you got kids, black kids that are getting buried in Philadelphia. Where's Black Lives Matter on that? That's the reason why I think the whole All Lives Matter movement should be a lot more predominant, in my humble opinion. And this one girl, I forget what she said, but she says, all lives won't matter until Black Lives Matter. I go, okay, what about the black babies that are getting killed in Philadelphia? Well, they don't care about the black on black violence. That's why I think the White Lives Matter t-shirt, the whole thing that they did, the stunt, was excellent. It got a lot of people talking. And it also exposed the hypocrisy of these white liberals because they want black people to think a certain way. And it's like you said in your early dialogue, that these people have a stereotype of how people are supposed to act. Oh, you don't act black because this black person acts this way, or you're supposed to act that way. It's the same thing with Hispanics too. And the one thing I ask, have you ever been to Puerto Rico? They say no. I go to Bayamon, go to San Juan, and see how different they act. That's all you have to say. And these people minds get blown. They'd want to take away the individuality, and that's something that we cannot have happen. We're all individuals at the end of the day.
Yep, absolutely, man. And I think one of the sad parts is that a lot of people's minds, man, it's like I guess you can say this. If there's not individuals out there like myself, Kanye, Candace, Brandon Tatum, I mean, even just anybody that wants to come on this panel, you, and offer your opinion, a lot of people minds can even think like this because they're so caught up in this. You know what I'm saying? They're so caught up in this and TV and all this. And when I go and say things like I'm saying right here, I cannot begin to tell you guys. I know, for one, I always say, they was like, dude, whenever you get to going, oh, I'm tired. I wish you would have spoke a little longer. Oh my God, you were so. I said, no, because I'm gonna need about a good hour more because this line of people gonna want to come and talk to me and say, bro, I never even thought about that. Or sir, what you just said to me, I never thought about that. And here I am. They'll tell me I'm 3 times older than you, Ty, and I never thought that way. I never thought about this, and I didn't even recognize, I didn't even realize. And all of a sudden, so in the realization, I hate to even say this word, I'm just gonna say people's eyes are being completely open. I don't even want to say people are waking up. That word is just so people are absolutely 100% waking up. But at the same time, I hate it's funny to me when people say, man, you're getting some pushback. No, how am I getting pushback when I'm a boulder rolling down a hill? That wasn't a pushback. That was a bump in the road. That was no pushback. I don't get pushback because it's truth.
Yeah, exactly. You're like a snowball. You're basically getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as you roll down the hill. There's nothing stopping you. And there shouldn't be anything stopping you because you speak in boldness, you speak in truth. That's why I respect you a lot. And that's why I admired you. And my nephew actually looks up to you, and I greatly
That's
appreciate what
awesome.
you did. you basically have been an influence in my life, and that's something I've been appreciative of. You say things like you said that make me think and wonder and evaluate. I evaluate myself because of it. God has always spoken through you, and that has resonated with me, and that's something that I greatly appreciate. And something I will say, and somebody touched on this, and this is something that kind of makes me wonder what's the problem with the black community. I think the problem is there's a culture of worshiping the worst amongst people and condemning the best amongst people. Like, why is
Mm,
that? That's something that boggles my mind. You have somebody right here, even Larry Elder, ABL, Brandon Tatum, Greg Foreman, who are really great voices for the black community. But also, I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. That is a good voice for people to actually speak out against it. I'm just getting sick and tired of people being called sellouts, toms, and stuff like that when they're the ones trying to make things better, while everybody else is trying to make things worse, like with the Earth Plant thing, Margaret Sanger. I could get into that, but I don't know if you'll get banned for it because I really want to say what I want to say about Margaret Sanger.
no, say it, say it. I'm not, man.
Uh,
Trust me, dude. I'm at a point right now. Like I said, I think that's what even makes YouTube even ticked off is YouTube know that YouTube is not my income. You know what I'm saying? So they, dude, I could put a video. I could put a video up of Land Before Time, and they will instantly demonetize the clip from Land Before Time. They go, nope, whatever time I put up, demonetize. Nope, nope. So I know. No, say it, man.
all right, so one of your moderators actually said I got flagged for this, but I really don't care because I told the truth. Uh, Somebody put out a video about Cori Bush about her abortion,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know how she could say she's pro-black and yet be pro-abortion. And with what Kanye said, 50% of black deaths is from abortion.
50.
So yeah, 50%. Now, my issue is how could you say that you're against white supremacy when you're supporting a company from a white supremacist named Margaret Sanger? I, if you do your research on her, she should not be praised. She is the type of person that wants to control minority communities. Because why is Planned Parenthood in these minorities communities? And I don't know how you could support that and say, "Oh, we're pro-minority, we're pro-black, blah 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 blah," but then you expect black people to kill their babies. How does that make
Right.
any sense?
Right. I mean, man, even when you even say things like that, like I said, man, at this point, it's the equivalence of people in water sitting there saying, I'm drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning. And you're like, here, all you got to do is grab my hand. I'm going to pull you up over here. But somebody's sitting there telling them, no, just keep treading. Keep treading. It's like, eventually, you're not going to be able to tread no more and you're going to drown. So I'm up here. No, listen to me. At least if I pull you out of the water and you don't like being over here, you can jump right on back in. That's what I'm telling people. See, you offering them these different options, man. I'm up here telling them, look, you have the opportunity to go back where you were, but just come and check this out. You can all like right now. I've been, man, dude, some of y'all know my story on here where, me and my brothers then were going around picking cans, 10 years old, picking cans around the town, cleaning the town up so we can turn it in for money so we can get something to eat, right? So to come from, and I don't even tell people I didn't come from humble beginnings. I just came from bull. I came from the BLE part of it, HUMB. I came from bull beginnings. So my point in saying all that is that I know what it was like to live through all that. I know what it's like to have mice and roaches, and man, they were everywhere. To sit there and sleep with a fan pointed on you because I know that the roaches don't like the wind and they won't be able to crawl on you, nothing right there. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping tight with a freaking sleeping bag on because you don't want to have no roaches crawling on you. So I'm saying that is because I've been there. Now I'm as far down as I was there. I'm that much further on better. But if you was to say, Ty, now that you out of that, would you go back? No, heck no. Well, no, I wouldn't go back. But you got some individuals that are there that are still just like, no. And I'm sitting there just like, okay. It was a time when I first started doing this. I would just really try to plead with people. I would really try to pull them and say, I would reach in that water and grab their hand and try to pull them out, and they pull them away from. Now I've learned you got some individuals got to look in their eye. They're really saying help. And I'm okay, you right there. Hey, come on, let's go. They get out, do the same thing I did. Some of them went on to be they doing way better than what I am right now. And they sit there and say the same thing, man. I'm so glad that I made the choice to actually just listen to what you said and just go over there and check it out for myself. And then here it is. Now they actually get hit too. Like, man, why some of my own family, the people I grew up with around the hood, they're like calling me all. I say, you know what? You just got to move on with your life, man. They want to stay there and tread water.
Yeah, it's like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that one episode where Will and Carlton was applying to that college, Phi Beta Gamma. Uncle Phil said it best. There should not be a penalty for success. You should not be penalized for your success. I will say though, I did come from those type of things that you said, Ty, with cockroaches and mice and stuff like that. Because I used to live in Chicago. I lived in West Evergreen Street, right next to Humboldt Park.
Okay.
That's a very, very dangerous area.
Yeah,
I used to live in Mozart Street too. Everywhere you go, there was these big old mice looking like Splinter, crawling all over the place, and it's like, holy moly. And I was so glad to get out of it. Like, I used to see people hustle in the streets, play 7-Eleven, get some money. I knew a lot of Dominicans that used to do that. I hung around with some of the King Cobras, actually, which wasn't a good idea. But something I will say, before I decided to move to PA, my mom had cancer, and she actually was able to achieve something that she thought she could never achieve, and was gain a college degree. But what's great about that is she taught me how to be humble. She didn't let it get to her head. She just wanted to provide a good life. Something that was devastating, though, was when I moved out of Chicago, there was a friend of mine, a neighbor right next to us. A week after we left Chicago, he was shot down in his house.
Wow.
So I think to myself every single day, could have that happened to us? And everybody asked, would you ever go back to Chicago? I said, no. My family from my dad's side was over there, but they all moved on to a lot of things. Some of my family members are in Florida. Some of them are in Puerto Rico right now. I think my uncle is the only one there. My grandmother passed away a couple years ago. There's none really for me there, and that's something that people got to understand. When you're out of that element, a lot of things fade away too. When you're out of the hood, some things fade away. Your family, your friends, all that good stuff. So what's the use of going back when there's nothing there for you to have?
Yes.
So that's something I always think about. Like, everybody's like, oh, go back. It's like, no, there's just nothing. And like you, Ty, if you go back to the neighborhood, what's there for you? Not really anything.
Nothing. It's amazing, man. I will have some people that will say things like, hey man, you gonna come back and visit home? As less as I possibly can. So please don't one of y'all die, because that'd be
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be the only reason why. Zachariah, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the channel. Salute to you.
I'm living, man. How are you?
Doing good, man. Doing great. What would you like to add to this, sir? I'm pretty sure you were back there listening and all that great stuff.
Oh, I've been in it for a minute. You're always captivating.
That's what he said. Now let me stop.
Chill. Let's not start off on that foot. But as someone, okay, so I'm gonna keep it a buck. I sleep beneath this painting. I got Kanye up there. I got all my greatest rappers in The Last Supper. My ex-girlfriend did that for me. My girlfriend did that for me probably 10 years ago. So I'm just saying, man, it's great that Kanye is preaching this message, because I always tell I be telling people it sucks that they took God out of the household. They took having dinner together out of the household. They create this division. As somebody that, man, I grew up in New York, there was some bad times and I got into some trouble when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I got a little gully in me, but so a lot of the white people, I was, it's like that Earl sweatshirt, too white for the black kids and too black for the whites. It's so I really identify with your message, man. I just wanted to come in here and say that it's dope. I'm always here to support it. I don't think any of us is kept. I think we just spreading the truth and God's love. and we only got to answer one. Am I right?
That's Abdul 100% right. 100% right. Nice, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, if you want to, man, you can remain on the panel in this conversation, man, if you want to.
For sure. I'm chilling. I'll just mute myself if anyone else be talking.
Gotcha. Miss Scarlett.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, Carolina?
Not much.
Talking about some sub. What you got to say on this, Mama Don?
I don't know. I just got in here. What are we talking about?
Take your Southern yellow barbecue sauce. Want to see people killed in the ring by a bear, but out of here.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the interview with Kanye West?
Oh, yeah, I watched it.
Oh, there you go. That's exactly what we're talking about. So he catching a whole lot of heat from some celebrities, definitely a lot of folks from the Black community calling, he's been called a sellout and everything for wearing a shirt that said White Lives Matter, but then also stating how, because he said he liked Trump, that they were pretty much telling him they would take everything from him up to the extent of his deals and all that and whatnot. So,
well, I was just on Twitter a little while ago and I think it was Matt Walsh. He basically told everybody they're trying to cancel him for saying something. And he said, I'm not going to apologize. You're not going to cancel me if I don't allow you to. Don't let them do it. Just stand up for what you believe in and, tell them to, what off.
Oh, absolutely. You guys, for the people that are listening right now, I mean, I keep forgetting because y'all know I'm not really I've been doing this for 5 years and I'm still learning. And what I'm saying therefore is that I forget to tell people that besides all the other things that I do, I also have a radio show that I do on Saturdays from 3 to 5. It's called Cancel This. That's what my radio show is called. It's called Cancel This. And I go on the radio from 3 to 5 on Saturdays on Cities 92.9. You can listen in on the internet, or just like how I'm doing this right here, you can chime in like this as well. And the rest of the people that listen to us throughout the state of Illinois can hear you. So I keep forgetting to tell people that. So the reason why I say this is because if y'all don't know this, can you imagine the people that came at me when they found out that's the name of my radio show? They literally watched this. I literally called the folks out in the city that I live in to even try. And when they try, they get knocked right back down. And that's why I call Cancel This. Okay, come on, cancel. Yes, I'm calling y'all, that group of y'all that march. I call y'all the Snow Cone Color Hair Social Justice Warrior Crew. He shouldn't be able to say things like that. That is offensive. Shut your whiny baby fine self. I will sit there and say it right there today. I will sit there and say it. They will call in and say this stuff, right? And I'll sit there and tell them, hey, I know your voice, dude. You the one that work at Dairy Queen. I'm gonna come up to Dairy Queen. I don't come up there and I'm gonna order some, but I'm gonna see if you can say that right there, like all the stuff you were saying on the radio. Let's see if you can say that to my face. I'm not gonna harm you. I just want to see you say it to me. I'll go up there. I was only doing it because you're funny. Dude, give me my blizzard. Get the heck out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's like I call them this stuff, right? And they all do this stuff where they talk trash behind the computer. They'll talk trash, calling into the radio, whatever, like that. Then when I'm out and about, you know what? I'm not scared of you. I will get in your face and please do, Marcus. Yeah, oh yeah, your friends told on you. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, that's why I say I welcome them. Come and try to cancel this. Then go ahead and do it. It's not gonna work. So, man, Matt Walsh, though, man, that dude has a poker face out of this world.
Well, I think he said something like girls between the ages of 16, 17 to 24 were the most fertile, and they lost their mind. And I'm like, how can you sit there and cancel him for saying, well, that's just obvious, true, say it, that's the truth. But they're like, well, we think 10-year-olds can go, have their genitals whacked off. They can decide for themselves. I'm like, they can't even pee in the commode, right? And you think they can go make a decision? Like, really? There's going to be a lot of kids who are doing this stuff now who's going to wind up committing suicide later on in life because of these idiots.
And these are the same people that have practiced pedophilia, aka Joe Biden. These are the same people that want to, how would you say it, normalize it. They want to normalize that type of stuff.
Exactly.
And they want to brainwash kids to think that, oh, well, you could be another gender. And somebody brought this up in another video. It's the devil working right now. What the devil's trying to do is trying to create its own type of gender. And it's trying to brainwash people to think that, oh, there's more than one gender now, when there's only two. God created man and woman, Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, not any of that stuff. So that's what the devil's trying to do. That's why you see these people trying to come out as, what do I have now? I lost track. How
I
many
mean, man,
genders are there?
Oh, now
mean,
they saying they want to be dogs and
you
cats.
could be a rabbit. You could be an antelope being attacked by a cheetah. I don't know.
it's like what Ty was saying earlier though. Like when he was talking about the Kardashians being, you know, he was like, I don't agree with you on that because he was like, they straight up witches. It's all in the imagery. It's all in the music. Don't get me wrong, man. I do still listen to some hip hop, obviously,
Right.
but like shit, man. When you're surrounded by it, but I can pick it. But you see it in everything now, man. Like I see people, they wearing demonic imagery, demonic jewelry without even. And I'm going, man, and that was so normalized. And you're walking around like just like scaring the shit out of me in public. like low key, like, bro, do you even know what she's wearing? No, what is that, bro? That's a Baphomet.
Right.
Like I ain't even got the time to explain.
No. See, no.
Like,
what it is, it's a goat that's just trying to wear his bling. No, it ain't really Baphomet. No, see, that rod in the middle. That means he like the medical field. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, no, that's some straight devil worshiping stuff y'all doing right there. But dude, I can show y'all some videos on here where Jay-Z them actually, I forget the name of this woman that they all go to. That same witch that had like Lady Gaga sleeping in crystals and all this stuff like that, and saying things like the
covered
number one
in
thing
blood.
to help
She
you
went to a retreat covered in blood and all that.
yeah,
shit.
Jay-Z them all go to this woman. Talking about they had things in there like, you know, in order to take on the power of something, you must drink the man milk. They
Yeah,
talking about drinking
I've seen that.
sperm.
They're all part of the Illuminati. That's
Hey.
what they do.
Hey, one of y'all, I forget who it was. I want to say, it's either between Beth or Kirk. They sent me a video. Y'all, please, I hope this is fake.
Is it about that woman?
No, it's sperm shots.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, Mama Don, that was you. I was like, what the blah? Sperm shots. The girl said, dude.
They'll put a little bit of baby blood in it and all kinds of stuff. It's just nasty. It's nasty.
I was like, what the heck? They drinking sperm shots.
Yo, I just ate.
Well, they'll have parties and they'll have women on the tables, and not real women, but they're cakes, and you're cutting into their bodies and eating it.
Yeah, the effigies, like
and
the
I'm
cake
like,
effigies and shit.
That's what I'm saying. So, you know, we
nasty. I would
can you imagine
the Dahmer stuff?
Exactly. That's how they right. That's what they're doing. They have some. I'm like, you want to tell people? Did y'all not watch? I mean, I haven't seen it yet. People are telling me, oh, you got to watch Dom. I'm like, I don't have to. I was there and I was there and went through. I watched all the trials and everything. That was like something of us like this. Well, what really interested us, it wasn't because Jeffrey Dahmer was a serial killer and he ate people. We were just interested in the type of people he ate. So we was like, this dude likes some niggas. Let me stop playing.
You know that, they put the title as LGBTQ.
Yep.
There was some backlash against it, and they took it off because he looked bad. It's like he was gay. Sorry.
No. I told them
Gacy was gay. Also, I mean.
Yep. Hey, Gacy. We had to.
We're not sitting here crying because Ted Bundy was a heterosexual who had sex with dead bodies. I'm not sitting here going, "Oh, that's making the heterosexuals look bad." Oh.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that cancellation of Katy Perry for the Dark Horse shit?
No, what happened?
Yo, so now that Jeffrey Dahmer is on that Netflix shit, whatever, like as if anyone that didn't open a fucking book in forever not know who Jeffrey Dahmer is, now that people got like whatever. So Katy Perry in the song Dark Horse has like this is like an 11-year-old song, bro. It has like one lyric that says like, I'm gonna eat your heart like Jeffrey Dahmer. And she is now on a whirlwind of cancellation from people who just now, even in their tweets, are like, now knowing who Jeffrey Dahmer is, that like lyric is mad insensitive. How do we let Katy Perry get away with that? And I'm like, insensitive to who? Insensitive to Jeffrey fucking Dahmer.
Yeah.
I mean,
bro.
To me, it was
can't even. I can't even.
Came out.
The internet turns my hair gray. Fuck.
Get out. So whenever she made that, whenever she said eat your heart like Jeffrey Dahmer, They had
11
no
years
idea
ago,
what she was
he
talking
wasn't-
about.
He didn't have a Netflix special, so nobody knew, and the internet wasn't canceling shit. So now that he has a Netflix special, he's
If
all over
somebody
the
says,
front
"Let
page.
me eat your heart out," period.
It says
Right.
now it
I don't
does.
need a
Now it does.
definition of
Now it
who
does.
did
It's
it.
been affirmed. It's been affirmed. Let me eat. I'll eat your heart like Jeffrey Dahmer. It's been affirmed. Like
Well, if I
refixed.
just told somebody I'm gonna eat your heart, that just sounds disgusting. I would be like, "What's wrong with you?"
But bro, sensitive to Jeffrey Dahmer and sensitive to Jeffrey Dahmer. I think if there's someone that we can be insensitive to, is Jeffrey Dahmer.
That sounds
Hands
like
up,
some
yes or no?
stuff.
They said that is insensitive to him.
To Jeffrey Dahmer.
He was a killer.
And his remaining family, who I'm pretty sure if you Googled it, there's
Well,
probably
I
not
mean,
one alive.
hey, it's a wonder if he was alive, they would probably let him out and say, "Oh, well, he's pitiful."
I'm just
His mom
saying
and
that,
daddy got a
and
divorce.
also you can't say homeless anymore. You have to say unhoused. That made me laugh. I made a meme. I made a meme that was like homeless. I put the Drake. I put like the Drake, like the like whatever to like homeless, and then I put Full House, like the them in the car, and I put unhoused. And I put like, bro, what is we can't? We so bored. We canceling everything every day, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, but they don't cancel pedophiles.
That's all they do.
They don't cancel pedophiles. They don't cancel. Like, I think it was Jay-Z. You sit there talking about. He had on a shirt by this guy. He had
Aleister Crowley.
Yes, he had one of his.
Do what thou wilt.
Don't even get Aleister Crowley.
Oh yeah.
That is so
wore a shirt with Che Guevara on it, and Che Guevara was a very notorious dictator and also a racist as well.
Well, I mean, that's what they want. They want a dictatorship now, but because it won't affect them.
Shit, they already got one. We live in one.
Exactly. They just want somebody to tell us what to do and take our money, and then they continue to live like kings and queens. I don't know if there's some sort of under, club or something they all belong to, but it's just awfully weird. They see what it did in Venezuela. All those rich people continue to be rich, and the whole country basically is living dirt poor.
Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
There it is, right there.
Yeah,
says,
hell
do
no,
what you
no.
want, basically.
Do what
He
thou
said, do
wilt.
what you want. There's no, yeah, do whatever you want. There's no consequences.
Do what thou wilt, and that is the law. Is the whole thing that Aleister Crowley pushes out. Do what thou wilt, and that is the law. And a lot of people don't even know that this dude called himself. He called himself. You know how they talk about Revelation where it talks about the beast. That dude called himself. Yeah, he called himself the beast. That dude. It's so amazing, though. A lot of people don't even know who this guy was.
Bro, the Book of Worms is a crazy read, Ty. The Book of Worms that he wrote, his little trilogy of crazy shit.
Yep.
Someone let me borrow that, and
Yeah, and it was, and you know what? Amazingly, what he talked about and what he was into, a lot of celebrities and a lot of singers and pop stars, they all do it. They a lot of them practice this stuff, and we'll just look at it like, see, it's amazing though. Like, I don't knock anybody's religion, but I don't know any religion that want to actually include about drinking baby's blood or drinking anybody's blood. Everybody thought it was so cool because when Angelina Jolie was at the top of her peak and movie stuff, she talking about drinking Billy Bob Thornton's blood and still got a vial of it, dude. And people just, that's just because she
like Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, they do that shit too.
See what I'm saying? And Megan Fox,
all over, bro. The crazy shit is like isn't like a part of. And this is rhetorical because I know this shit, but isn't like a part of practicing satanic worship is you have to basically besmirch and like rub it in the face of like society to like literally you have to be very flagrant about it is like how it's best practiced. And they do it all fucking day on everything. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to curse, my bad.
Oh, you good.
MTV and the radio, television. Drugs is in everything. They got people doing drugs and like teenagers doing drugs and shit. And like, don't get me wrong, man. It's a hard, long life. We've all got some stories. We've all seen some shit. But they don't need to be like you had talked about. I remember in a past thing, Ty, like the drag queen, the kids being in the drag queen. They don't need to be around that sexualization. Why is this being normalized? I'm not saying I'm against anything LGBTQ. Just make an age limit. Same thing with genitalia, whatever mutilation, changing your shit. Just make an age limit. You're 12. Like she said, you don't know how to use she used a different word. I don't know, latrine or whatever the hell she called it.
Call it.
There you go.
You called it something else, though.
Yeah, what'd you call it? She called it something else.
You said they don't even know how to pee into something you called it.
Yeah. She called it something. Anyway.
Commode.
Yeah, commode. The commode. They don't know how to use the commode. Yeah, so like, man, it's just crazy. It's all over. And I want to ask you a question, Ty, like, because I'm gonna let you go and do your thing. But this has been awesome, man. I love being on this panel. This was cool. Thank you for accepting me for it.
No, absolutely, man.
But how do you feel about the amount of just how do you feel like you won't get canceled as a because you're a safe place as far as I'm concerned. I found your channel by accident. I love it. Other channels I found like Sneeko or like Kanye now is Kanye's my idol, and you can't find his shit gets deleted left and right. You have to dig. Like all these channels, like Susan runs YouTube, things simultaneously. Like, and I'm not saying I agree with Andrew Tate crazy, but some of the shit he preaches of like religion and stuff, like how you gonna get canceled off of everything in a day? And then Tucker Carlson's gonna invite you on so you can tell your story, which has your ex-girlfriends that you've never done anything to come forward. Just, you know what I mean? How do you feel about that? Because we get made out to be crazies. Talking about God, we get made out to be crazies. And it's stressful. You know, telling you that your Baphomet shirt is weird, you're like, oh man, you're one of those guys. Bro, I'm not one of those guys. You're one of those guys.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And you know what is to me, honestly, bro, what I say is this. I know exactly where I stand. And Mama Don has been here before. Mama Don been with me. She actually was one of the first people when I first started my channel and started doing my Patreon stuff. She was the very first person I ever called and talked to on the phone. That's the person down here, y'all hear talking, Scarlett. And she's been on a lot of these times where, I mean, I think one time, Mama Don, if correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, I went to sleep and left my live up and y'all was still talking till 7 in the morning. They was dude. So I'm saying that because man,
wasn't that when you were playing Go to?
Oh no! When I first started my channel, it was when I started my channel. I was usually there was a time where we would go live, and I like nobody's business. I would stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep for 5 hours. I still go to sleep late, but I just make sure now because how busy I am now, I do other things. But we were talking a lot enough to the point where I'm like, look, y'all, I know y'all want to stay in on this conversation. I was like, I'll close my little camera lid down and I will go to, they was like, leave. Okay, go ahead. I went to bed, dude. I woke up to get ready to go to work. They were still up in the live talking and chatting. Right. So, what I'm saying that for is that she can tell you guys that a lot of times on my channel, the minute I get to talking about Jesus and God, all of a sudden they're like, Tyler, your channel buffering. Like it was like clockwork.
I did. No, today even your shit did that. And I was like, hey, yo, hold up. I didn't touch nothing.
Flat out, they will do. They do it all the time,
lie, bro. That did happen today. I won't even.
It will. Yep. I will be talking about stuff.
That was mad weird.
And it'll just all of a sudden it'll just buffer. So it'll be times where they buffered me so much. I'm like, oh, I get what they're doing. They're trying to throw my train of thought off. So I'll sit there and write it on a piece of paper. Then the people I'll ask, I'm like, am I still buffering? They'll say, no, you're good. I'll go right back into it. The minute I go back into it, a good 30 seconds or a minute, boom, again, I'm buffering again. I'm like, no. Then they're gonna try to send me something saying, oh, internet. No, it's not no internet connection because I got another tab pulled up on somebody else's channel watching Brandon Tatum live while I'm live on my channel. I got Candace Owens pulled up live and there's no buffering, there's no internet connection issues there, but only on my live. Right. So to what you're saying though, it's strange because I know, and when I'm saying strange, it's strange that I don't get like overwhelmed or anything like that because I know that I'm on the winning side. I don't know how to explain that, dude, but that's why I don't get scared. I don't care right now. I'm sitting on two. I'm sitting on 2 strikes from YouTube right now. One of them come off this month, like on the 20th. The other one comes off sometime in November. If I get another strike, YouTube say, okay, we can shut your channel down. And I'm like, I'm not scared. But here's the thing, I have counsel, so I'm letting them know you guys actually gave me this strike because of X, Y, and Z. You guys said they gave me a strike. We had somebody that came in. I don't know if you were here, Mo, but we had somebody that came on my channel. We were talking one night. There was about 10 people on here in the panel, and 2 of the people were Marxists, and another one was a socialist. And the different people on the panel like was giving it to them because they pretty much came in like, yeah, we want Marxism in America. So a lot of people came on the panel and was handing it to them. YouTube took that video and said that I was pushing out hate speech. They said right. That panel was so lit up, it went on for 9 hours, right? I got on with YouTube and I recorded, like right now, I can press a button to record everything that's going on right now. I recorded myself talking to YouTube. I told them, I said, look, you guys just gave me a strike, a community strike for me pushing, for you guys said I said hate speech in my video. I said, I know that now one time you're not going to find any videos that I've done for the 5 years I've been with you guys where I said anything hateful, right? So the person stayed there on the line with me from YouTube and said, okay, well, just go through the process and file the appeals. Da, 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 da. I said, no, I know to do all that. What I'm saying is that I want you to see in real time that every time I filed an appeal, within 2 to 5 minutes, you guys reject the appeal, right? So I told them that. They was like, well, just go ahead and file. So what they did, while I still talked to this person on YouTube, I went on ahead and was doing my appeal off to the side while talking to them, right? 3 minutes. They came back. Your appeal got denied. So I had the person on YouTube on the spot. I said, look, I just got rejected within 3 minutes. And they said, oh, well, you know what I mean? A manual review. I said, no. That was a 9-hour-long video. How did they reject that already in 3 minutes? Well, let us go back. I think our AI. No, your AI nothing because you told me. Yep, I said I got to record. I recorded this whole thing and I'm sending it to my lawyer. You told me the response from you guys said a manual reviewer checked this, and they checked it in 3 minutes. A 9-hour-long video in 3 minutes. And he said in real time, the YouTube person said, "Oh, well, that must have been the AI." Oh, no, we're not gonna do that because you told me a manual reviewer is what YouTube just told me.
Right.
So yeah, so that's how I end up getting them on there. And they're like, okay, well, let's pull that off. And oh, it was a mistake. Oh no, it wasn't no mistake. I'm being targeted, plain and simple. You know, so like with people like Tate, though, I just know that anybody that is pushing out the truth and is hitting it is being so impactful that they know that it's actually having people think and open their eyes and looking at things. YouTube don't like that at all. Yeah. They don't like that. They will shut it down. They will just, and not only that, if you even looked up, I mean, there was a chance, I'm like, there was nobody even on this channel when I started YouTube who even had Modern Renaissance Man at all. Now you look it up, you type in Modern Renaissance Man, I'll be like maybe the 50th person down. They're gonna have like Modern Renaissance Maniac, Modern Renaissance Maniac. They're gonna have all kinds of things except for mine. And people have told me that they're not sending out notifications to people. You know, they're lying about that. I showed them emails. I've got screenshots of people constantly telling me, Ty, I didn't get notified until your video was over. Or Ty, I didn't even know you posted a video. Then I had people saying, hey, I remember you did reactions. I'm like, I never stopped doing reactions. They was like, oh, well, I haven't seen the reactions in some years. I never stopped doing them. Right. You know, so then they ended up telling me, oh, well, guess what? I was unsubscribed from your channel. How did that happen? So I brought that to YouTube's face too. And I think at that time I was at 130 some thousand subscribers. I brought that to YouTube face, showed them the analytics and all that. I said, now here's another thing. I don't know how this is happening. Here go the emails. This is 4,000 emails of different subscribers telling me they've been unsubscribed. Here go another 4,000 right here saying they don't get notifications. You guys are doing something. I feel like y'all are coming after me. So what I did, I'm just being real. I said, I thought you guys said that y'all wanted black voices like this to be heard. And if correct me if I'm wrong, you guys sent me a personal email saying, hey, you know, pretty much we noticed that you were a black influencer, So we just want to let you know that we're doing great things this year. We're going to put $30 million to black influencing creators to push their voices out there. I said, but y'all suppressing mine. So next thing you know, I got it right. I got it in real time. That's because exactly right. And I got it in real time. I got it in real time. I can show people. Saying that, man. But man, I got it in real time that I jumped in 3 weeks. I jumped 85,000 subscribers in 3 weeks. When I said y'all got something by my name or something, and then they came back and told me, they said on our side we're showing that you're supposed to have 1.6 million subscribers. I'm like, what? They was like, so right now, this has been 2 months. They're working on my channel right now, trying to figure out where the discrepancies happens, because on their end, when they see it, they said I have 1.6 million subscribers, and everybody see 300,000 subscribers. So come on, man. I'm being shadow being like
that's
crazy.
Absolutely trifling. It's like
I've been kicked off YouTube, Twitter.
All I have is YouTube. I don't have none of that other shit, man. That shit's a ROM. Oof.
Well, I mean, I have Facebook for lizards. I deleted because I don't support lizard people. So I'm not going to have Facebook. And not only that, every time I mentioned something about COVID, they always deleted it. I mentioned, hey, this is probably going to stay with us forever. We might as well just get over it. I've been saying things that everybody has been saying for the past couple of years, and they've been censored with it. And now all of a sudden, everything that we said was true. It's like, come on. Now
I got kicked off Facebook for an Obama thing back when Obama was first running for president.
Are you serious?
I mean, he was a very good speaker, but if you listen to what he said, you know, it wasn't aligning with anything.
My thing is this. Like, I'm not completely affirmative on. I know that Facebook owns Instagram. Twitter
Yeah.
is now supposedly in lux with Elon Musk and whatever. How? But YouTube is owned by who?
Google.
Google. How the fuck? Damn. How
Go
the
ahead.
hell, sorry.
What the
How the
heck?
hell does YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, how do all these things that are supposedly not sister companies, or at least under the same umbrella, cancel the same page on one day without there being some kind of sit down? That is not even remotely disguised as not being a trap or like
No.
some BS, which is ridiculous. And
It's
they
an
just
internet.
assume, you can always tell. I was talking to my homie the other day. You can always tell when like a television show or a video game or any kind of media or any kind of journalism is done with no regard for the intelligence of their audience, because it will be very watered down. You won't have to search for answers. It'll be all there right in front of you. You won't have to go on Reddit. It won't be inspiring. It won't make you think. It won't make you dig. And it will just show you the amount of slightful things they do in front of you, because they just, like you said, Ty, you've been calling them out. You've been catching them in their little fly traps. But like they just assume they just dealing with another okie doke. You can tell
Yep.
when they're not, it's crazy.
Oh, this Negro won't say anything. He won't do anything. Just go ahead and we'll keep this right there. He doesn't
look
know
at
what's
those
going
black
on.
beards. Ah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well,
No,
Ty knows. I know you remember that time that guy was going off on me. Remember?
What happened with that? I want to hear. I want to hear.
He was going in the comments. He was just blowing me up, calling me names and all kinds of stuff. But I said one thing. They kicked me off. I was
Yes.
suspended. And then I got suspended again, and they finally got rid of I had to open another channel because
You had to have a whole new email and everything, didn't you?
yeah, because they kicked me off, and I'm like, this guy actually called, and I'll tell you, he called me horrible names.
He called her all kinds of B's and this, and saying she could suck a this, and
Yeah, and they didn't
man,
kick him off, just me, because I disagreed with his. Was it about abortion?
yep. And I think, and it was even worse too, Mama Donna's at that time. You was battling the cancer and everything, and he was
Yeah,
even
and
like, I hope that cancer kills you. And we was
Yeah.
like,
Damn.
that's when I got upset. I was like, okay, bro, you done. Like, you done, dude. But
he was saying all kinds
How was he not kicked out
stuff,
because of
my
that
husband
stuff?
got-
That's
my
just
husband
the
told me to
most
get off of
insensitive thing I ever heard. Like,
yeah,
cancer, I don't tolerate that stuff. My mother and my cousin died from cancer, so that guy could go himself.
yeah. And the thing is, what she was saying back to him, it was like the most like you like. She was saying things like, well, you know what? I hope Jesus jumps in and bless your soul, and all of a sudden,
But like you said, Ty, that gets people more mad. It's weird because that gets people more fired up. When it doesn't hit you like they wanted to, they get more and more mad. Eventually, they die out.
Yeah, when
They
you
get
say
more and
I'm
more
gonna
mad.
pray for you, or you need Jesus.
You're not gonna
or
pray for
something.
nobody. He couldn't even know how to get on his knees. Pause.
Trust me, like my cousin's daughter is pregnant with her first child. The baby daddy
Congratulations,
is basically an idiot. So I'm gonna put him in a headlock and say my arm is extra big. I'm gonna squeeze the life out of you. I will pray for you while I'm squeezing the life out of you, but I'm gonna smash you when I see you.
Salt
That's-
is never the answer.
I'm sorry, but
Well,
I'm just the guy you don't
it was
mess with
actually me and this guy and this girl. The girl and the guy were kind of ganging up on me,
mm-hmm.
and she.
Why is Ty
that
smiling at
private-
this? He's like,
she wound up having a
Because-
fake account anyway, she wasn't even a real, or I don't know. She had some fake picture of her, like she.
Oh God!
You know who I'm talking about. She had some fake picture, like she was a supermodel or something, and she was fake.
She was
Didn't I tell
catfishing.
her?
Oh God! You bring this up on Halloween month.
Anyway, her and him, he's gone.
He's gone. You got him rolling. He won't let him shit.
She did. It was all this fake stuff she had, like she was a supermodel or something like that. And telling, and all these, like she traveled to New York on jet planes.
Oh God!
I don't know, that was crazy stuff. And her and him were just going off on me. And I was just saying, well, I love you and I'm going to pray for you.
They went to all those lengths? That's
they
wild.
liked her. I think they liked each other because he thought she was a supermodel. I don't know. After he found out,
he took the bait. Okay, I got you.
I'll tell you who would back me up on this. I love the woman. I wish she's Barb. She knows. Me and her talked about it.
And non-lethal is here too.
Yeah, Non probably knows. I mean, she was here too.
Fatal is here. She knows about that was. You don't remember the name, Mama Don? What?
That sounds
I can't
hectic.
remember. I can't.
You don't remember both their names? What?
No.
Hell.
Yeah, that sounds like someone whose name you'd remember.
Hell.
Oh, was that
H-E-L. You don't remember Hell and Kane?
Kane? I hated him.
Yeah, but hey, man. Hey, y'all. That was some crazy stuff, man. I mean, y'all had to have been there. That was one of the most crazy things, and we knew it all along, but nobody said nothing. We knew that she wasn't real.
I put her picture up in the thing, and I told Barb and somebody else I was talking to, and I said, that picture come up as some model. That ain't her. That's not even. I mean, that's not her.
Y'all, it was.
I mean, she's so full of crap.
Yeah, she was like photoshopping herself. Like it wasn't even her though. She was photoshopping who she said she was. Yeah, she was photoshopping.
She was tweaking the catfish photo.
Dude, hey, yeah, she was showing a picture of a model, but then she was showing her like in Rome, and then like she showed a picture of herself like flexed out on her own private jet and all this stuff like that. And I think somebody that didn't know, it was very they were very, what's the word I'm looking for? It was very innocent that during one of our lives, one person on here just said, "Hey, Hell, you look a lot like this woman. This woman could be your twin." I lost it. I start laughing and put my little. I didn't have
she wasn't even trying to go.
No,
Barbara calls me.
Damn.
Barbara calls
yes,
me. You'll never guess what happened. And I'm like, what? And she said, somebody called Hell out. And I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, hey man, hey, it was bad, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, and she and the guy that was on here defending her and all this stuff like that was in love with her and all this.
Yeah,
stuff
he
like
was just tripping hard.
Yeah, he was, man. Hey,
she
and then
like a mole, people. And
yeah,
he's sitting there in love with her.
Yeah, and apparently she said that it was actually like an operation that she was doing to set him up because some things that he did to his wife. And dude, it was so wacko. But hey, y'all, it was crazy, man. Y'all had to have been here. And then she came after.
That sounds pretty valid.
And here's the thing.
Yeah, but it was a lie because she wasn't even talking to him to begin with. She had nothing to do with him.
No.
For a long time, all she did was that one girl. She always requested that one girl song.
Y'all know Evanescence. I will never forget this.
Hell yeah,
it was Evanescence. She loved she and I'm talking to the extent, y'all. I'm talking about it got crazy to where when she got outed, we were still all like, "Hey, cool, no big deal."
Yeah.
So then she went all into this thing of saying like how she was only doing it because she actually worked for this company where they actually go after people like the guy that was so in love with her, Kane. Yeah. And she said they go after individuals like him for the dude. Yeah, she was like, she made it out like he was, since the Kane was like doing, he like did assault and battery on his wife. So she set him up just to like, it was weird, dude. But anyway, when it all came down to it, she also was like helping out my channel. Like she was creating some of my intros and things like that. But everybody know me. Everybody on my channel know me. No matter what you do for me, I'm the same dude. Just because you do something for me, I'm not gonna give you no special treatment. Now, what I was doing for her, I was saying, hey, because I was new to the game, right? She was making intros and doing all stuff like that, and I'm like, hey, that's really cool. So I'll say, hey, because you're doing this for me for free, and I know it took some time to do it. Hey, I'll just play one of your songs. And she always requested anything from Evanescence, which I love that band, by the way.
Yeah,
and but then once she got outed and everybody found out who she was gone for maybe a good month, and then she came back on, and we didn't say anything. Nobody was like, hey, we outed you. Nobody. We just continued on like I'm doing right now. What ended up happening? Yeah.
Well, it goes back to like the Kanye thing that we was talking about earlier, and you just said like, at least for my channel at the time, even it was no news was good. No news was one of Kanye's quotes was, infamous and famous have one thing in common: the word famous.
Yeah.
So like that was like 15 years ago, and now he's wearing this. Like, it was funny because like what this happened like 4 days ago with that shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. So I remember I woke up and I don't be paying attention to everything. So I heard that somebody had wore that shirt, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, duh, stating the obvious, like he said. And then my family members, you know, they know that that's my boy. That's like the reason that inspired me to, you know, I remember like when he was on Punk'd, he took his camera back from Ashton Kutcher. He was like, no, it's my camera. I'm entitled to that. And I remember seeing that like 12 years old and being like, I want to be like that guy. I want to be like the guy that just has none you got to worry about, none you got to apologize for. Now I'm 32. But I can remember like I came out and I was like, I saw it on the news and it was Kanye and I was like, oh, I didn't realize it was my boy that wore that shirt. Of course it was. Like,
Man,
the White Lives Matter. Like,
And
it's always going to be him that does that crap, man. Of course. And I'm not trying to belittle it by saying that crap, but like basically what needs to be said, like it's always going to be him. And like he said early in the interview, he was like, I'm going to be painting crazy. People can just get to throw the word crazy at me and it gets written off. Done.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like, dude.
No, and I did too. Me and her got into it on the comment section. Me and her kind of went back and forth.
Yeah, went back and forth. And, you know, and then because of, here's the thing. And when that stuff was going on, the people that's on my channel right now know, I'm like, some of my moderators at the time, they were still learning some things. So they was texting me, it's like, hey, Ty, what should we do? Because, you know, Mama Don and Hell and them are going at it. I said, those are grown folks, let them go with it. I just continue talking. But all on the side of the chat, Mama Don and them, they just kept on going at it, right? So check this out. Because here's the thing, and everybody on my channel knew I would always tell them, y'all are grown. If y'all are going at it on the side of the chat, I'm not about to get in that. That's on y'all. You know, I love everybody the same. Now, what ended up happening, Mama Don, I don't know if y'all know this. I think Lethal knew.
Kanye West just tweeted 2024, literally just a second, but go on.
Oh, wow.
But, sorry.
But Mama Don, I don't know if you knew this either, but I knew Lethal knew and non-lethal knew. But then Hell came for me. Like she came at me. I got something from YouTube that pretty much gave me a copyright strike. So you remember those intros that Hell made for me? She gave me copyright strikes because it was her intellectual property. And I was like, hold on. And she said, oh, because you didn't defend me. I don't know if y'all even knew this. I kept it off to the side. She said, because you didn't defend me. And also because some people made fun of, what's the girl name that even sing for Evanescence? I forget her name. Amy, whatever her name is. Hell was mad because people made fun of Amy. So she came for me, and all the videos that she made for me to have my intros on it, which at that time might have been about 200 videos that I used. She made me one intro, but I used those intros on all my videos. She tried to give me community strikes on every last one of those videos. And what I did, I went to YouTube. I said, here goes some emails right here. Here is it right here. Her saying, hey, I want to do this for you because you have a great channel, blah, 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 blah. And in my response, I could pull the files out right now because I was getting ready to say, you thought I was bluffing when I said I got a lot of people in my back pocket. I'm like, we can go there. So check this out. Mama Don, I don't know if y'all know this. When that happened, I showed them all the emails of me and Hell talking in the back. Like she said, no, you got a great channel. Thank you for what you do. I even had it to when Hell got outed, when she told me she worked for some company, blah, 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 blah. So since she gave me all those community strikes, I told you I wasn't joking. I got some counselors involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, by doing that, now I had to find out who she really is. And when I found out who she really was, I'm like, time out. So Mama Don, non-fatal, the ones that are in here, I don't know if y'all know this, Hell and Kane were a legit couple. Mama Don, you hear me? They were Hell lived in Australia and worked for this company and all this out of Australia. I was like, wait a minute, but all this stuff for her. Oh, I work for a company and we're trying to do things to out people like Kane. He has some domestic violence against his girlfriend. And then what's cool about it too, Mama Don, is that my videos are still up. And if you notice, a lot of songs that Kane made that he requested, these songs had codes in it. Like it was a song about saying I'm sorry. Or it was a song about saying I know I put my hands on you, I would never do it again. It was all these songs was to Hell because that was his way of trying to get her back. I was like, what the heck is going on in this shit?
That's a Lifetime movie right there.
We got soap opera going on.
Damn.
Dude, it was wild, man.
Netflix. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy.
Y'all have, dude. I wish.
That's hilarious.
Jesus, remember that's what started. You were talking about Jesus, and I was taken up for Ty, and it went from on. We were on the channel, on the channel, and then we went into the comments, and it just continued on. And we were going, back and forth, and they started calling me names. My husband got so mad. He says, well, he wanted to go find out where they lived. He was curious. And I'm like, I don't know where these people live. I don't care. I mean, it's no big deal. Just let me argue. I
The
love
internet.
to argue. Don't, I love to
Okay.
argue.
If you're gonna fly all the way to Australia to take care of them people,
Yeah, he
oh my
was.
god!
He was mad. I'm like, I think it's funny. I don't get mad. I thought it was hilarious.
It was.
I was saying stuff and it just made them madder and madder. And they just say worse and worse. And I'd say, God bless you. I love you too. And they just kept on it. I didn't even say anything bad to either one of them until he told me he wished I'd die. And I said,
Yeah.
I told him, I said, you're going to go to hell for that kind of comment.
Yeah, that's not that ain't right.
Yeah, that's when it got. Now that's when most of them know I don't get involved in stuff when people go back and forth. But because I know Mama, I treat everybody the same, even though I know her on a more personal level than I do in a lot of my other subs. But just because I know that he said that with the intentions of literally trying to hurt her, knowing that she could lose her life, dude, I was like, you done, dude. You are done, man. Like, and you thought I cared about, and he thought I was gonna care about the money that he was supporting the channel with. Like, he was one of my patrons. And he had like 3 different accounts on Patreon where he was paying some stuff off. He thought I was gonna care about that money. Dude, no. Take your $100. I don't care about that. Dude, no. I'm like, that's messed up to say something like that, man. Yeah, that was he just hit low right there. But hope both of them are happy now though. So it was crazy though.
I wish she was on here. I'd say hey.
She said I'd say hey.
Yeah, and that's the thing though, is that they were just, they were like coming at her hard, and she just kept on saying, well, you know what, God bless your heart, or God bless you, you know what, with a mouth like that, Jesus can purify. And they was just raging.
And she slept better than both of them, so it's fine.
Like I said, I'll live to argue. Somebody want to argue with me, I'll do it any day, any time. My mom used to say, you needed to be a lawyer. You won't stop. I'll argue.
Someone needs to pay you for this skill.
With the TV, if I have to. But they thought they were going to make me mad. They did not make me mad at all. No, it made my husband mad. It didn't bother me at all. I just laughed at them because they were silly. They were like 2 teenagers. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
I'm like, I told them, I said, y'all needed to be on the dating game or something and get off of this.
The dating game.
Dang. Man, yeah, it was bad though, man. But
be dating stuff on here. It was just weird.
Yeah, it was. And guys, and to be honest, y'all, if you guys saw it, what the heck? Was that a real dog?
Yes.
All I know is I said, if you guys saw, I'm like, wait, what the heck? Her dog recognizes my voice. No, but if you guys saw, I'm just being honest. If you guys were here and you saw how she looked, y'all be like, nope, nah. So, but it was bad though. But anyway,
Alex, no, you will not go to hell for saying you wish somebody would die if you repent. But you got to be sincere.
Yeah, your thoughts can send you to hell. Just your thoughts if you don't repent. So I'm constantly saying, Lord, forgive me for that, because I'm constantly having bad thoughts.
You get me started. Every time, sometimes I let something slip, I go, Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to say. I always do that all the time. Sometimes
it's funny as hell because I get made fun of for it a lot in my friend group. And I apologize again for those 2 F-bombs in the past. I'm working on it. I'm making a mental note. But you all heard my sailor mouth. But the only time you'll catch me, my friends will make fun of me. I'll be like, gosh darn it. Dag nabbit. Anytime I want to ever say anything in the Lord's name in vain, they'll catch me they'll be like, why do you pull the plug on all the wild shit you say at those words? I'm like, bruh, I don't want to have to repent for taking the Lord's name in vain. That's the one thing that just stays on the back burner.
Oh my God.
I did a whole video. I know that's why people know that we are on something completely different now, which is completely fine. I did a whole video on cuss words and all that, and it just made a lot of folks just like, what? Because they thought they knew I was going with it. And I just broke it down to where there's a cuss words and curse words are 2 different things. 100%. And I told people, so I even gave an example. I said, when people say, when you curse somebody, for example, somebody say, God damn you. I say, you are cursing them. You are asking God to damn this person. You know what I mean? And I said other words, like the other cuss words everybody know about. Well, a lot of people get upset because I said, I heard these words since I was a kid, right? And it never affected me when I was a kid. I never thought, it's no different than the words I'm saying to y'all right now. So when somebody dropped the F-bomb, the D-bomb, the mother, when they said that stuff, and you grew up where I grew up at, that just wasn't I just we didn't think none of it. It wasn't until I got into the church world where it became like hey, those are bad words. So then here's the thing though. Once I grew and matured in that though, I'm like, guys, we can't go around telling people that, because I started saying like, dang, or oh shoot, oh now Ty, those are holy cuss words. Like, wait, what? We got church cuss words too? Like, wait a minute. So anyway, so what I did, I had a whole 2 segment I done on this channel where I devoted the whole time to telling people that when you hear somebody say what we consider in society to be a cuss word, that does not make it sinful. And people will try to argue it does not, because again, I'll tell y'all, I'll give you an example. Kiss ass, right? Kiss ass. That means perhaps in Spanish. It's literally how you say it, kiss ass. Now, what I'm saying that for is that if you heard a Spanish person say that and hey, they're cussing. No, he actually just said perhaps in his language. You see what I'm saying? So what I did, I said, because of what we done in society, we actually made that a social construct that those are what we consider to be bad words. The church world end up adopting that and make it seem like that if you say that, you're saying a bad word of what Peter said in the Bible when it said that he cursed. Right. And I'm like, y'all stop. They didn't say the F-bomb and all that back in the Bible.
A curse word is actually when you're cursing someone.
Exactly.
Like damning somebody to hell or something to that effect.
You say things like, I hope you die. Those are curse words.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. All those words, I hope you die, those are curse words. You're cursing them.
God's name in vain.
In certain translations of the Bible as well, ass is considered donkey. So they have ass in the Bible as well. So
yeah, piss.
This is a curse word. You could say kiss ass as in kiss donkey.
Yep.
When they say that about Peter, they're not talking about no modern
from things that even
you mother.
have a resemblance of being evil.
No, if they made I told my wife, I said, would it be fun if they actually made like a modern day Bible, like it was just like Jesus came like in our time right now, like where he was in the hood and all this stuff like that, and even though he's gonna be crucified, he ain't gonna be crucified, he's just gonna be shot to death, you know what I mean? Something like that, like Jesus sitting there preaching in the hood, and even
they have a show called that. It's called Black Jesus. It was on Adult Swim like 10 years ago.
Are you
hilarious as hell? Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. He's shooting dominoes.
Oh
no! He's like, come on, brother. I got you, man. I forgive everything. Like
Jesus cheating. He up there sitting there hitting all the time, sitting there taking everybody money. But no, people acting like that whenever they say in the Bible that Peter cursed, they act like he's saying mother. I'm like, y'all stop. It said he cursed, like whoever was saying stuff to him, like, dude, you the dude that was with Jesus. And he said that he cursed. Yeah, he cursed at them. Like he cursed them, saying like, he said whatever he said to him, he cursed them. But they make it seem like he said you mother effers or you bees or whatever. But no, man. So
the whole idea of the my mom calls them bad words is that you're supposed to refrain from things that seem or look evil. And because everyone thinks those words look evil, then because I did not grow up with those kind of words. Man. I never heard them. My mom, in fact, the first time I ever heard my mom say a cuss word, I was 15 years old. She had bought me a white skirt, and I had slid down the church banister, and I had this big black stripe on my white skirt. And she grabbed me by the arm. She said, "I'm gonna whoop your ASS when we get home." I nearly fainted. I said,
fainted. She said,
"You said a bad word." I never heard her. I love my mama. When I say my mom's a good Christian woman, she practices what she preaches. She didn't curse, but she did that day. She said, "Well, you just make me so mad." She had just bought that, I guess Saturday, the day before we went to church, and I had to put a big black grease line on my shirt.
Oh my God.
You're gonna hear me say worse if I mess up a fresh white tee that's not even going to church. White. Yo, I got a spiritual question. One last thing. I gotta take my ass to bed. But one thing that's always kind of mystified me, and I don't really get to talk God a lot because, like I said, like most of the conversations we've been having now and that your channel promotes, Ty, is one that feels like it has to be done behind closed doors at this point, which is difficult. But I've always been curious, and I was watching something on Roman Catholicism, I think a couple of days ago on YouTube on whatever. And it was talking about Judas being a like kind of a chess piece to obviously making all of the crucifixion come to fruition, everything else like that. And like just the same way as like Pharaoh's heart was hardened, like he was a part of the freeing of the Jews and things like that. If that is the case, why is it apostolated that Judas is in the deepest layer of hell if he was out free will in that scenario?
That's one of those deals where that's actually a scenario. To me, when people do things like that, they throw a theory on it. And what it does, which you can see what people do with the Bible a lot of times, they can throw their own spin on it to make you think something completely different. So, for example, it talks about what happened to Judas, period. It flat out talks about what he did. I mean, even after he did, see, here's the thing. After Judas did what he did, it tells us how Judas felt. Right?
Right.
That right there shows that Judas literally had repentance in his heart.
Correct.
He felt bad about what he did, and it hit him so hard that it even talks about later on what happened to him. Right. But no, people want to throw these extra things in there, like, man, because of what Judas did to Jesus, you know, he's in the deepest part. No, it don't say nothing like that in the Bible. It do tell us about certain instances in the Bible where it said somebody looked up from hell and said, man, let my brother touch the water so it may cool my tongue. Things like that, or even Pharaoh. People take that out of context. When it said God hardened Pharaoh's heart, they don't mean like God like reached inside him saying, I'm not going to even let Pharaoh know. What it's saying is based off of what he was doing through Moses. He hardened Pharaoh's heart because Moses kept winning. Kept winning. So he said, and God hardened Pharaoh's heart because Pharaoh wouldn't listen. Of course his heart got hardened. It's just like today. If people, what do they say about kids that are bad? Boy, you hard-headed. Mm-hmm. You hard-headed because you're not listening to what I'm trying to tell you because you hard-headed. Now, that doesn't mean that God is reaching in the heart. It's just that individual got so much pride, or wherever it is the kid that you're dealing with, they're so messed up and so bad they're not trying to, listen to sound wisdom, that they are hard-headed. You don't listen. You hard-headed. Right. It's the same thing with Pharaoh. So in Judas's case, no, right when he did what he did, and it talks about how he felt deeply bad about it. So to me, what he did, that was no different than what Peter did. Judas turned Jesus in for some money. Peter denied that he ever knew him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Peter denied that he even knew him. So I mean, to me, to be honest, if it was me as a real person right now, I don't know if I would be hurting more by somebody selling me out versus somebody betraying me and telling me they don't even know me. I mean, I'm like, dang, like, dude, you said you didn't.
Pharaoh's heart being hardened. Nowadays, there's is it Isaiah where he talks about where he turns people over to a reprobate mind, which is basically they've become hardened and they believe all the crap that they, and he lets them live that way. He's like, okay, I'm done with you. I'm not going to try to deal with you anymore.
Absolutely.
And he's turned them over to you. That's why when you can't argue with people who tell you about abortion, they've already been turned over to a reprobate mind. They don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Right.
It's almost like what I would say, they lack common sense or common decency. They're not, it's not natural, as what the Bible says.
Yeah, and as far as you talking about the reprobate, and I like that because that's what it says. It said he gave them over. So like, for instance, my two sons, they've been underneath my roof, right? And my sons decide to keep on, not that they're not doing this, but if my sons decide they want to get their own place and do their own thing, and they do everything the opposite of what I taught them, that's me saying, okay, I'm giving y'all over then. I'm giving y'all over to that then. Okay. I mean, if that's what he does, just like the y'all know the prodigal son, everybody knows that story. But that prodigal son, he didn't want to be under his father's guidance anymore. So what did his father do? All right, well, I'm gonna give you what's I'm gonna give you what's yours. Okay, go do what you want to with it. But his son found out. Like, man, Daddy was right. So a lot of times that's what happens in life, is that God a lot of times he will give you over to the things that you desire and the things that you want, but he knows that in the end it's going to hurt you. It's no different than if any of you guys have children like me being a father. There's things that I kept my sons them from. Now, what they think might have been something that was actually limiting them, or I kept them from doing, they grew up and realized, oh my, wow, Dad was actually protecting me. Because kids right now can walk up and say, oh, a lion, I want to pet the lion. And you're like, oh, no, I want to pet the lion. Having no idea that it's going to eat you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. A lot of times God does keep us from things because he knows that they can actually kill us. But then once you get to a part where you actually fully understand what you're doing, God say, okay, that's what they want to do. I'm going to give them over to it then. Okay. And whenever the consequences of that, you can't say, now, God, I let you do what you wanted. And that's the consequence of that. But that was a good question, though, man.
God is like a father. He's a father to all of us. Sometimes he lets us learn the hard way. And sometimes that's the only way to learn. And that's the only way to humble yourself.
Yep.
You know, you have to go through these trials and tribulations.
Mine was a trial by fire.
Yeah. Mine was, dude.
Yeah, you feel me? I could tell that about you, Ty. I could tell that.
Whew. We've been working on a documentary. You guys, I'm telling you, when I put this together,
That's exciting, man. I can't wait to check that out.
When y'all see this and y'all see what people have to say about me, y'all gonna be like, what?
And now you play bass at church.
Yeah, y'all gonna look at this like, no, y'all gonna whenever y'all see this documentary and you see people saying things about me, you're gonna see me do this a lot in the camera, like I'm like, I told y'all, I'm not ashamed of it. I tell people I was not.
I can't even imagine a documentary about my life.
Yeah, you just gonna
man,
be at the camera.
Mama Don, y'all told y'all some of the stuff, but when y'all hear, it's different when you hear it from other people's mouths. Like when you hearing people on this documentary and go, yeah, this boy was crazy. We thought that he was gonna be a mass murderer. He was crazy. I'm just sitting there like,
you was always Southside?
Dude, Southside, and then we moved to an area called Decatur, Illinois, where it's baby Chicago, dude. And I'm telling you, I just said I not having a father, and then our mom was only able to raise us to a certain extent. She did the best she could, you know what I mean? But after that, the streets and all that, I was a very troubled kid, folks. I mean, y'all can hear people in there saying things like, I looked up, this boy had a cat with a rope tied around the cat neck and was swinging it like this, and I was crazy. I'm telling you, and that's why I say things like, you guys all heard me say this before, where I say on here, I say, look, can be the most reasonable, nicest person in the world, and whatever I am, but at the same time, when I go to speaking engagements, that's why I tell people, please call me what you want to, but please do yourself and definitely me a favor. Just don't touch me. Because it's still.
I've heard you say that a few times in the past, where I'm like, nah, I could tell that he means that one because he keeps.
Man, I just really mean that, man. I just don't, because I don't care. You can do. Y'all know that guy on there. I really love him. He a cool dude too, man. I mean, he's so cool and nice. When we met him, we hit it off real well. They call him MAGA Hawk. Y'all never seen him?
No,
this dude, y'all never. MAGA Hawk is one of the biggest.
I don't be on the net like that, but
MAGA Hawk, he's one of the biggest conservative, like physically, dudes out. Let me see. I'm gonna show y'all this. I want to show y'all this right here.
I can't come and poke you when I meet you.
She got jokes.
You know, like your kid does, Mama.
She got jokes. Here you go. Let me show y'all who he is. Look.
What?
That's MAGA Hawk.
Okay.
I think I've seen him.
This dude is a monster, dude. He is huge, right? And he's a big, huge conservative voice. Big, huge conservative voice, right?
No pun intended.
Man, dude.
I think
and
fun in there.
Whenever we hit it off well, but I tell people, like I said, dudes like him, dude is huge. I'm like, I don't care. I said, people like, so you telling me if a dude like that, I said, a dude like that will get his nose bit off. I would jump on him and bite his face, bite his lips. I don't care. And they're like, yeah, you crazy. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's like, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm not just going, I'm going to rip in peace.
So
you're going straight trap to chimpanzee.
Dude, I'm telling you. Like,
well, that's how they used to fight back in the days in the bars. You know, they used to grab your nuts, they poke your eye out.
Bass root, dude. There's no right street fight. Come on now.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I was telling people, like, dude, I'm just letting them know, like, don't push me. Don't throw nothing at me. Don't put your finger on my face, because I would take your finger and bite that sucker right off. And I'm not gonna spit it out. I'm gonna swallow it and tell you're gonna have to wait till I poop it out, or it might just get eaten up by my stomach acid. So that's all I'm saying. Just don't touch me.
Todd, I'm coming to get your nose now.
See, look, Mama Don, if you try something like that, I'll just go, you so small, I'll just go, and you just fly across.
Yeah, you faint. All you have to do is say the word ass and you'll faint. So you're
well, that's because, look, if you knew who my mama was, you would understand. My mama was.
I had to. You left that one little hanging.
My mama was a grew up in the 50s, and she was very old-fashioned. She didn't curse. When she told me about the facts of life, she just said, "It hurts, don't do it."
Mama Don, he got you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, the fact that I didn't hate that much.
He
Well,
got-
bless. She's a Southerner. That's what we do with saints.
I get it. I
My
get it.
name's Miss Scarlett. Don't
Oh God, he got you, Mama Don.
Oh,
you see my name's Miss
Woo!
Scarlett. I faint at the
Woo!
sight.
Yeah, we know your sweet spot. We got it. So try to poke away.
Bless
You'll be
your
good.
heart.
No, I had
Woo!
to. Low hanging fruit gets picked. That wasn't light humor.
Look, like I said, when I was growing up, my mama's idea of telling me about the facts of life. Here's what she said. Literally, she said, "It hurts. Don't do it." That's it.
I hear you.
Woo!
Walked away.
I
And that
hear
was
you.
the end of it.
Woo! I had to turn my fan on. I'm sweating.
I have a question. Why did she say that it hurt? Did she elaborate why?
No, I didn't know what she was talking about. She left it like that.
Oh
It
man.
hurts.
Vague.
That was it. The whole
But
time.
hey, yo, guys. Ty, you have an
Woo.
amazing show, man. I'm so glad I found it. I've been a subscriber for 6 months. My God, what was your name again? It doesn't
Mama-
show.
Big Mo.
Big Mo.
Mom,
Yo, it was a
Oh,
pleasure talking to you guys.
Woo.
Honestly, Ty, one of the two cool things I'm going to take away from what you said tonight was you said you was talking about just all the stuff you don't have to apologize for. And you said, I got a 21-year marriage and I got 2 sons not involved in no gang violence and they graduate in high school and my life is good. What do I have to worry about? Say what you want to say. And I appreciate it. I love your message. I love your channel. I thank you so much for having me on, man. It was awesome.
absolutely, man.
All right,
Absolutely.
you guys have a blessed night, okay?
You do the same, sir. And hey, he just let me burn. Dude just made me burn about 50 calories, man. He just,
Yo, you sweating. Yo, get
Woo.
in
Hey, Mama Don, man, hey, that was good. You gotta admit though.
Yeah.
I
That
do
was a good one.
very easily.
Oh man. Hey, do you remember that night, Mama Don? Where you got broke into that one night when you said well, call me Bubba. You said, what was we talking about, Mama Don? And then you said, well, my name's Bubba. I forget what it was, but you.
Who knows with me?
Oh man, you don't remember Mama Don because I'm talking. I have to find that video and play it on here one day. We were talking about. I forget where we were on, and no, that's what it was. Somebody said, Mama Don, I'm surprised you don't remember this. Somebody said something like, man, Ty, all those different things that gave you these life lessons. They said you like a Black Forrest Gump, and you said, well, you said, well, my name, well, I'm Bubba or something. Dude, that was crazy. And then I forget the other time that broke the one time that broke me real bad too. I'm pretty sure a lot of my subs in here know about this. And is whenever that dude, I had a guy named XOXO Bob, and he literally, it's no hugs and kisses. I just called him XOXO Bob. I didn't want to call him hugs and kisses Bob. I mean, no. So but he, whenever, like what I'm doing right now, me being live, he literally thought me being right here right now, he literally was on here tweaking, dude. He was telling people that is not Ty. He said that is not Ty. It's not for real. That's not Ty. Somebody has hacked Ty channel. This video that's playing right now, that is not Ty. I'm sitting there like, hey, dude, it's me. There's like, guys, people got things out there, technology, that is not Ty. So anyway, I had to have my moderators actually like kick him out that day because he was making people upset because he kept on saying, like, he's like, that's not Ty. Ty's channel was hacked. Guys, stop listening to him. So then when I did another live, like the next day, I was telling him, I'm like, man, you know, I don't know what was going on with him. But anyway, we got to talking about some truth on some things. And he said, Ty, I don't know if I agree with you there. And then somebody just jumped in and said, well, you might not believe Ty, but aren't you the guy that thought Ty was a hologram the other day? And I don't know. I lost it, man. I had to like shut my channel down. I laughed so dang on hard. I like had to pee. But man,
That's bad. It's bad when you're out in public and somebody says something messed up or funny, and it makes you have to pee. and you're sitting there like, I got to and I'm spitting and drooling and laughing.
Man, yes. I think I did that to my wife. I was not making fun. I really was not making fun, y'all. But we were at the St. Louis Zoo. I think we got this on camera. And somebody had a baby. And this baby, y'all, this baby head literally was like this for real. And I just looked, that's like, I'm not no, for real, how my hand is like this, the shape, the baby head was literally like that. So I just said to my wife, I said, man, I said, that baby got like a Zika virus baby head. And my wife, everything came out of her nose, her mouth. And she just like, and she was trying her best not to laugh. And one thing about my wife, y'all, I think I do have this on video too. My wife has one of these laughs that I have not heard anybody laugh. Like when she laughs, she does that when she laughs, like she, and I'm like, so, you know, she's trying her best not to laugh, but she just kept on doing that. And it made me laugh. And then the people just kind of turned around. They just turned around and looked at us. And I just like tried to play. I was like, oh my God, like this is so crazy. I'm like, man, my son was like, Dad, they probably knew you said something about that baby.
We went to a baby shower and I went with my mom. And my mom is over here, but sitting right beside me. And we're like across from the woman and her baby. And my mama looks and she said, oh, bless, it's hard. That baby's so ugly.
Oh my God.
What's wrong? My wife don't like when I say that. I don't know what's wrong with that. I was like, well, they don't tell. I'm telling you. I look, y'all, for real. That's why, you know, you can do things on this channel that a lot of like people, I don't consider myself to be no political figure, nothing like that. But people like put you there in that pedestal. But I do speak at a lot of political events. I tell people have watched my channel and I say things on my channel like, listen, y'all, I know some of y'all, I don't mind holding y'all babies, but please do me a favor. I said, just like my reaction videos, just tell me the video you want me to hear. Don't tell me things like, Ty, you really gonna like this song. I bet you love. Don't do that because you don't know. So when you come to me and you say, oh, look at my baby, isn't she the cutest? Don't do that to me.
Hey, every one of my kids, when they were first born, especially when I had my first baby, I looked at my mama and I started crying. She said, why are you crying? I said, it's ugly.
That is just wrong. Yo, that is just wrong.
My wife does not like that.
Your own baby.
Hey, I'm serious.
Blood and crap all over him, and I'm just, I was young. And I was like,
I can understand if you think the baby got a big head, but ugly.
Man, hey, I'm being honest, man. I'm like, the thing is that I'm one of those people. I'm so competitive, though. I'm so competitive that I actually compete against my own self and things that, like, you know, that's how a lot of things I became good at, or even just became as I am as a person. If there's like, even before I met my wife, like I told you guys gonna hear in the documentary once I put it out there. I had to work on my I had a bad temper. I had a bad mouth, just over a bad attitude. So I'm so competitive, though, that I had to compete to make sure I did not want to be that person before I got into a marriage. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that because I don't want to lie to myself. You can lie to people. I don't like lying. I don't like to lie to people. But at the same time, we got to understand we can lie to ourselves. All of y'all that's listening to me right now, don't sit there and lie. Like my wife would say, there ain't no such thing as an ugly baby.
Yes, there's ugly babies.
There's some jacked up, just butt ugly looking.
You know how
babies,
everybody
man.
goes crazy about when you go look at your baby in your belly, they do the, what's it called, a sonogram?
Ultrasound.
Ultrasound. I'm like, I don't see it. I hope that ain't my baby. That looks like an alien. And I'm just not one of those. I'm not a touchy-feely, oh, good. I'm not. That's not me. So my first child, when I had him and I looked at him, I just was use one of those things, those cone things, to pull him out. He couldn't get him out. And his head looked like beautiful. I don't know if you ever seen the cone heads. And I looked, I said,
that movie.
Up in the nursery and give me a different one. So ugly. He was so ugly. But he got better, but at first he was awful. babies when they're first born, I
Yeah,
don't think they're
you know,
cute.
my boy had when he first came out of the womb, he had these big old lips. It looked like freaking fish. And the first thing I noticed was like, damn, he got some big lips. He got a big old head and everything, and I just started making fun of him because of that. The mom got all sensitive. It's like, it's true. I'm
And they
sorry.
do. I don't understand it. I think people lie. And then see people tell me how great their kids are, and I'm like, okay, I had 4, ain't none of them great. Somebody's lying.
Oh, what? What? What is that?
My biggest fear was having
Yo, what's with the
ugly baby.
hair?
Now look,
Yo, it's
look what the fuck I
cross-eyed.
got. Look at him.
Yo,
He is
he was
so
like
funny.
Lori Lightfoot.
He
Yo,
got all
you
this
see that
hair.
kind of Lori Lightfoot, baby?
My little girl, she bald head, but his funny looking self, he got all the hair.
At least she's honest.
I ain't want to have no ugly baby. I just knew that it was gonna be a 50-50 chance that one of these kids was gonna come out ugly. Now look, now I gotta wait for his looks and shit to come in. One minute he look all handsome, and the other minute he look like fucking Alien versus Predator. He need to pick a side. He need to pick it quick. Got me walking around. This your baby?
It looks like an old
Oh,
man.
bless his heart.
You hear that, Mama
Alien
Don? Listen to this part right here, y'all. Listen.
versus Predator. He need to pick a side. He
That
need to pick
bless
it
his
Yep.
heart.
Got me walking around. This your baby? Oh, bless his heart. Yeah, I know what that shit means.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, your daddy marked you.
Oh,
so,
oh,
so I want everybody in this. So everybody in this screen right now, go look at that baby and tell me that's a cute baby. Y'all need to stop.
Yo, tell me that's not Lori Lightfoot right there. They look like Beetlejuice.
It's like she's honest. I've seen people tell me. I'm not going to say a name because they might be watching. She had this kid. Now, this baby didn't have a forehead. This baby had a 9 head. When I say it had a Frankenstein head. I mean, I don't know if you've ever watched The Office.
Look at
You ever watched
Fatal.
The Office? Have you ever
Fatal
watched
said, "Oh my God, dude."
Anyway, this kid, his head is so big and his forehead is so big and his hairline looked like it's like Frankenstein's. Anyway, she'd say, "Oh, my handsome man," and I'm like, "She's a liar. You're going to hell for lying."
Oh man, look at Mark. He said, "Very young man, nice."
Oh my God.
Fatal said, "Oh my God, dude."
Oh, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Who in here has seen Dwight from The Office?
Oh man.
Well, this baby looked like Dwight from The Office, but a baby. Is that
Ooh.
baby?
Oh my God.
So ugly. And
I'm
she goes,
telling you, that's why. So I'm just saying.
"This is my handsome man. This is my handsome man right here. Here's my handsome man." I
Ooh.
said, my husband, I said, if she keeps calling him her handsome, she's gonna go to hell.
Ooh wee.
Oh no, not again.
It's true, man. It's true. It's okay. He ain't gonna be ugly all his life. At least I hope not. Father God, in the name of Jesus, let him grow up to be handsome. Cause right now I'm just he not feeling it.
Oh my God.
He look just like you, boy. You finna get your ass blocked. He don't look shit like me.
Oh my God.
I'm not ugly, and I wasn't an ugly baby. He's funny looking. I don't want to call him ugly. I'm gonna just call him funny looking.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh my God. Your daddy need a whooping. He need his ass. Let me call your daddy.
Oh, calling the daddy?
That's what I'm talking about, y'all.
Oh my God.
Woo. Woo!
Next time I'm on here, I'm gonna bring a picture of that kid I sound like Frankenstein head, and that's gonna be my
Woo!
picture right here. I'm gonna sit it right up here on the front of my
Nice.
camera. Y'all gotta look at
You
that
won't
ugly
be able
baby.
to
I was talking
talk.
about. The baby I'm talking about made that baby look pretty. I'm not kidding. He's got a Frankenstein head. See that cone head right there? That guy, the Artie Chico. That's what my son looked like when he come out.
Look what he said. He said he's he's breathtaking.
But he's got the cone head.
Yo, you look like Beetlejuice.
Oh man. Oh man. Now, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Look. Hey, honestly, her son can come back to her one day and tell his mom, "You the reason why I came out like this, because she the one that slept with his dad. If his daddy looked like him, she's the one that slept with the dad that looked like that, man. That's boy.
Have you ever heard that song? You're the reason our kids are ugly.
Yes.
That song I never heard. I gotta look that up once we're done here.
It's Conway Twitty and
The
Loretta.
mounted Alien versus Predator.
He said we need an update video on that baby. That baby committed suicide. Let me stop. That's a good question, though. I might look that up real quick, though, man. Let me see. Ugly baby update.
Oh,
Ugly baby update.
I don't know what else to call it, but that's right there is what I'm talking about when people sit there and say things like, all babies are cute. No, they're not. No, they are not.
No.
there was a friend of mine.
And people lie.
There was a friend of mine. I forget what happened. His name is Eric. This girl named Melissa had a baby, and then she's like, "Yo, your baby got a big head." She got all pissed off. She kneed him in the nuts and everything. I'm like, oh my god! Like these women are so sensitive about the kid. Like, get that big head. I had a big head when I was a kid.
Man.
Like the circumference on my head, because I even was able to balance it.
I've got 4 boys, but 2 of my boys, they're over 6'4". They're tall. But when they were born, they had round Charlie Brown head. One of them was bald headed. And my sister said for Halloween, let's draw that. Remember on the back of Charlie Brown's head when she drew the jack-o'-lantern?
The head was too big for the body.
I used to try to put a turtleneck on it, but I can get it stuck on her head. And I'm sitting there jerking and pulling, trying to get that
Oh my god! How in the world? How in the world did that happen? I don't. Man, we just gotta, folks. Moral of the story is, be honest. Don't sit there and make up no lies and make it seem like something. That's why. So that I was saying all that because if you would have came like that girl right there, y'all just saw, if she'd have came to me and been like, hey, Todd, can you take a picture of my? Like, no, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't. No.
My mom always says, "I can help you ugly, but you could have stayed home."
Your mom would say that.
He said they might not can help the ugly.
What she say, Mama Dog? She said they might not.
They might not can help the ugly, but they could have stayed home. Keep the rest of us from having to suffer.
Oh man! Oh man! They might not can't help that they ugly, but they could have stayed home.
Was there a girl back in the day that looked very fine?
Oh man!
And then years later, and they all butt ugly. They ate like milk. Oh my god!
My mama, you know how people get canceled for saying? My mama would be canceled all the time. Every word that comes out of her mouth, it would be like, go back home. I mean, she criticizes everything. I mean, it's somebody. I think it was at Lizzo. She was on TV, and she's a big old girl. Mama says she thinks she's pretty.
Girl,
give me
That's what your Well, your mom sounded like she was gangster, man. That dang, I'm sorry that I'm still in that one. I'm still in that one. Well, you might not can't help that you ugly, but you could have stayed home. Dang. Ooh, so anyway, what I was gonna say is that if somebody come up to me with something like that right there, and they like, "Can you take a picture?" They're like, "Oh, look at it! Don't my baby ain't he so cute?" Like. So it's this thing. My wife was teasing. She's like, "You are so wrong because I can tell when you think a baby is ugly." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She said, "You just think you say everything about the baby except for the baby face. Like you sit there talking about, oh, look at the little cute hands. Oh, look at those little toes. Look at you. Oh,
She's got.
yep." I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing about that baby. I'm not even gonna say bless your heart because they know what that means now. I'm just gonna talk about the clothes, and I might just hold them like, "Oh man, how old is she? Oh man, oh really? Oh, she kind of big for 3-4 months." But I'm not about to sit there and say she's so cute, and I'm definitely
ruined Southerners insults that people didn't have no clue we were insulting them until social media, and they got up there and started telling everybody when we say bless your heart, we're not being nice.
no. And you know what? You sent me a book, Mama Don, with all the different Southern slangs. You know what? You should have sent me your mama's book of insults. I would have loved something like that because that boy, I'm telling you what, I'm using that one right there. I'm like, well, I know you can't help that you ugly, but you could have stayed home. That's dang.
You said that since I was
dude, that would like break a kid in half. That would kill a kid.
We called them the Addams family. They were weird looking little kids. And Mama said that about them. She said, "Oh man, that Mama couldn't help them kids being all that ugly, but she could have kept them all at home." And
now, see,
she didn't care. She's mad.
That's see, I like that because it's not only it's not just funny, Mama Don, y'all. It's not just funny because of the phrasing of it. It's funny because it's true, but it's also funny because when y'all have that Southern twang on it, I don't know, it makes it that much more funny because just like you say, your mom said, I had a speech therapist in Florida. You know, they call it the lower half of Alabama, Panama City, but there was somebody there that had an ugly baby. And then the girl, she wasn't, she was decent looking, but then her boyfriend came back there, right? And me and the speech therapist both, the speech therapist working with him, and the boyfriend came back, we both just kind of, and when he left, she country like you. She said, "Okay, Ty, sex is fun, but it ain't that fun." I lost it. She was like, "And look what it did to the baby. It's, oh my God." I was like, "Peggy, like, man, sex is fun, but it ain't that fun." Like, man. She just called that dude ugly, man. Oh my God, y'all are nuts, man. Woo.
Man, I never got this dichotomy. You had the most fine looking chick with the ugliest looking dude every time in high school. I just did not get it. And these dudes smoking cigarettes, having their lungs blacker than a chalkboard. It's like, goodness gracious, what the women see in these guys?
I know.
Oh, that's short blonde hair. I never got it either, man. I never understood that either. I see things even right now where I'm seeing some people and I'm like, oh wow, they I don't know how that happened, but a lot of times, like I'm talking about right now as a grown up, a lot of people got a story where they'll show me I'm like, okay, dude is like this dude is like morbidly obese. He big, he leaned back like this, his belly is down there by his knees, and then his girlfriend or his wife, I'm like, what? How did y'all? And then like they'll show me a picture. I'm like, and I look at him and I'm like, that's what you look like back then? Yeah, man, that was me, man. Like, oh, to whoop you let yourself get like that? Because that's some people are like that. You see a couple and you're like, dude, how did he get with her? And then you find out they've been married for 15, 20 something years, and then he didn't always look like that. But I always made a vow. I didn't care. I'm like, I don't care what I say. I will never. My wife's like, never say never. Never. She said, you should never say never. I'm like, I will never cheat on you. Well, that's different. No. That's funny.
Yeah, exactly. Don't ever say it. But no, man, it is, man, y'all. This has been really entertaining. I got 2 other channels who is telling me to please come over to their stream. And I don't know if y'all know who they are, Mama Don. One of them absolutely 100% not, because they just want me to come over there so they can just bring some subs or bring some more people to it. But I'm gonna try to find it real quick because y'all might find me over there. There's let me see if he's still. Woo, y'all can hear them right now. 2 hours in that spot. I looked at him and was like, yo, we're gonna be okay. So I'll give y'all the link to him, but he's a pretty cool dude. I kind of help him getting his stuff going and getting started. I'll post the link right here. It's called The Front. I think, Mo, you might know who he is. He calls himself Uncle Tom.
I think I heard of him. Yeah.
I think when you see him, if you've been on some of the things with Chaotic Truth Channel and different things like that, or over here, you seen Uncle Tom. But folks, this link that I just posted right there, I'm getting ready to go over there and probably jump over on his panel as well. Okay, I'm trying to just help. So if y'all or you guys that are all in here, that link that I just posted, I'm getting ready to go over there. Mama Don, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna let Uncle Tom know, and you too, Mo. You guys would be good to go on there and join the panel and talk on this too, because we get into some interesting conversations over there as well. So I'm just trying to help them out, show some love and support. So I'm getting ready to bounce over there. Are you able to click that link, Mama Don?
Yes, I don't see a link.
You don't see a link in the chat?
I'm not in the chat.
Oh, you know what it is? We're on our phone, so we probably have to go into the YouTube app, go into the channel, and then click on the link.
Yeah, I can't see the chat. What about? Yeah, I can.
You can see the link
to
now?
the bottom of your page, and it says chat, and then pick on comments, but I don't see the.
You don't see the HTT? Okay, wait.
Yeah. I got it.
You do?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, guys, I'll say let me know, because if you can't see it. But that would be another one. Everybody else in here that's on a computer, it's called his channel is called The Front Porch, like DA. I'm sorry, it's called The Porch Session.
Okay.
DA Porch Session. And you guys are gonna see he has a panel over too. His name is Uncle Tom over there. So Mama Don, you get the link?
I think she just left.
Okay, if not, I'll send that to her. But yeah, Mo, you can check him out. Like I said, it's called DA Porch Session. And that's what I'm getting ready to head to. So appreciate you coming on though, man. Enjoy the laughs and all that stuff too, man. I'll catch you over there if you're going over there.
Yeah, I'll probably be going over there then, man.
All right, I'll see you there. All right, folks. Appreciate Big Mo and Mama Don coming on. Got some good laughs out of this. This turned around to something completely different, which is absolutely awesome. Ended on a good note. Again, I'm posting that link right there. This is Uncle Tom's channel, and that's where I'm getting ready to be. So I will catch you guys over there. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I really enjoyed you guys. I hope and pray every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.